Desmond makes another unwanted sermon today as we see a 2-2 draw happen at Villa Park. The race has certainly gotten a little bit more interesting as we certainly didn't do our part in at least winning today and pushing on to at least get a more assured future for ourselves as into what the future holds for ourselves. But all the same, we still hold the lead. We are still in first place, and we now have a little bit of game watching to do for the weekend. We would have done that anyway. And we have possibly um, some participants that will be entering Scapegoat FC today. I have certainly a interesting take on it, but myself, I am definitely disappointed in this result. I think that we were a better team than Villa. I think we are a better team than Villa. And I think that at times we showed that we were a better team than Villa, and then at other times we showed that we need to step it up in some areas of the pitch. So I'm sure there's going to be plenty of takes and different opinions. I'm certain there's going to be some very visceral takes online by our fellow content creators, whether they are um, whether they are friend or foe. I'm certain that there's going to be some people taking some very, very bitter conversations to the forefront, but we're going to do our best to try to keep it civil and also keep it respectful. Please do not take it out on each other. We have a lot to go forward and get still. So we're going to bring the chat and also the panel into this conversation. We've got Laszlo, we've got Lee, we've got Nalante, and we got JK. And we've got myself here and you as well. So let's get into it. I can hear it. Let me see. That did it. I think there's a little bit of extra noise in the background on your mic, Brian. But I think it's your mic. Let me double check.
Me?
Yeah, I think it was. I don't know what it was. I just oh, I tried to unmute you. I think that for some reason there was a little bit extra.
Is it back now?
I think we're good. I think we're good. Um, so let's just get into it. Rip the band-aid off. Yeah, won't win the league if we play like that every game. That's for certain. We won't win like that if it takes. I don't know. I just don't know about what. Again, it was a very interesting. It's always hindsight to go and critique the lineup, I guess. Um, and I don't know about you, but I was interested to see how that lineup was going to work out. Um, it certainly showed its advantages at times, but at other times it showed its inadequacies. But yeah, if we play like that, we will not win the league for certain. We certainly won't. Um, so let's just go down the line here. We'll begin with you, Brian, then we'll go to Lee, then we'll go to Nwante, then we'll go to JK. And then also, if you are in the chat, please do put your comments in. We'll include that into the conversation as well. So let's just start off. Brian, initial thoughts from that result?
Geez, like JK was saying about watching it again, I mean, it's all the chances, all the goals, all the things, all the bits and pieces, really annoying, really frustrating. The Jones thing was a bit weird. It was like he was on the left. It was almost like he was playing like an inverted left winger or something. Robbo was making up a lot of the width. didn't really seem overly comfortable, and Dom was in the middle, then it was a bit, I don't know, clunky at times. But yeah, big chances missed. I mean, the Jota chance at the start, what was early on, that was, yeah, that had to go in. And we had our chances. Darwin has to score that. We had numerous other bits and pieces. So, and then we very, 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 very nearly, right at the end, the Rogers one, we'd be expecting one of our players to bury that. I know 3-2, and we've got a hell of a job on our hands. So, I don't know. Am I happy? Am I relieved? Am I happy? It's a bit of a head scrambler, that one.
How about for you, Lee?
We did have a few good chances to win it. Jota's one was the most memorable. I'm not sure if it's a sellable offence, but it's it's up there in the rankings,
Okay. Nolante?
Very frustrating. Our number 9's failed us today, and the defence as well. And it's a point, and we're top. So that is the positive outcome, but we're just not making it easy. We're making it harder, which we didn't need to be. So very disappointed.
Okay. How about for you, JK?
Whoa, bro. For me, I'm taking that point. We didn't lose. We could have lost. We could have won. So that's a proper soap opera, Dallas Dynasty, Brookside, whatever you want to call it. That was a proper. He had everything. I think it was a good watch as well. But for me, I feel we allow teams to score against us. No matter who they are, they're scoring. And that's for me the most annoying part of it. But for me, unbeaten on road all season, a point away at Villa. With the clientele they had on their team and squad, subs as well, I'm taking that point, considering they could have won it right at the end, Rodgers. Rodgers could have buried that 3-2 Charles. We'd be crying now. So I'm taking that point and I'm running, bro. 8 points ahead, game in hand for Arsenal on us. It's okay. Depends on what they do against West Ham. If they get a point there, job done. Yeah. If they lose, even better. But right now, at this time of the season, where every team wants to beat us, bro. Rashford, he was number one. That's why he started. Because they knew Rashford would want to beat Liverpool. Hence why he started. But I think Martin looked good for him when he came on and stuff. He should have scored probably. He had a few shots, We're allowing teams to shoot a bit too much sometimes for me. And also, a few times, John McGinn ran straight through our whole team, man.
Yeah, it's gotta be that.
Okay, it only happened sort of twice in the game where they ran straight through us. In the Everton game and against Wolves, they ran through us a few more times, But today, I felt Curtis Jones had a good game. I reckon he played okay at the midfielders. Even McAllister, bro, he was getting stuck in. He was getting battered as well.
He was getting battered, I think.
He gets stuck in, bro. I think McAllister, he's got proper good heart, spirit. He's a fighter, bro. I think in that first start, we've seen the Argentinian in him.
Clearly punched in the face, right?
You got sparked out, bro. You know what I mean, bro? He got proper sparked out, and he carried on, bro.
Oh no, that law's stupid, mate. Made him say if you hit someone in the face, it's to send them off, and then he didn't send them off. I just don't get that. That's just
Depends on what led up to it and all this and that. What do you reckon? It was a red card, 12? I need to look at it again. Yeah.
Look, my interpretation, at least the interpretation that I had, is that VAR doesn't get involved in yellow cards. The only reason why they would ever get involved in the issuing of a card is if it's a red card offense. So they can't say, "Oh, there was a foul. That person deserves a card." For at least a yellow card, at least. But apparently VAR was involved in it in some way or some form. If that was the case, then I don't understand why it was not I don't understand. It could have been if you call it the foul, it's one thing, but if VAR gets involved, it's
In
not.
defense of the decision, was the decision that he didn't hit him hard enough in the face for it to be a red card?
I do not know. I do not know. I do not know. It's a good question. Very good question. Do not know. Yeah, I know. VAR confirmed the yellow, apparently. So I don't understand exactly. Don't know. And I was more up in arms about the fact that the goal that they got was a result of a handball, actually. Yeah, that's what I'm bonkers. That's what I'm more up in arms about. No pun intended. Is that the chain of play began on their goal by McGinn controlling the ball with his hand, being able to turn, start the break. They bring the ball down. They end up scoring as a result. Albeit it was quite a few. It wasn't as if there was some type of breakage in the play, whereas in Liverpool regained the play or regained possession of the ball. Villa created the opportunity because of that initial action, and that was not reviewed. That was troublesome. That was where I didn't understand it. I don't know if that was even checked. I don't think that they probably said it was too far back in the progression of play. But it is a direct result, directly leading to a goal. Doesn't it? Because they've gone back. It doesn't necessarily mean like the ball hit the person. It was like a handball, and then it was a pass, and then there was a goal or something along those lines. It could be 2-3 actions before the actual pass. It's a matter of the handball was related into you having the opportunity to score. So
I did get on board with that though, where he handballed it. I was outraged myself, 12 when that happened. Like, but it was never going to be given, was it? Like, or, I know what you're saying.
Have you noticed what's spooky is that ever since we started the Desmond's thing, Desmond's popping up all over the place. He's even on the thumbnail today, you know what I mean, bro?
yeah, man, he's everywhere. He is everywhere.
I've been getting a few Desmonds now, bro. Yo.
You know, we can't shake off this 2-2 business lately, can we? 2-2 with fucking Everton, 2-2 with
United.
Who was it tonight?
Villa,
Villa. Very
Everton.
team.
I think Fulham as well. So Desmond's been putting a shift in.
Yeah, he has been. He has been. Unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately, he has been. Let's see. What was it? It was troublesome to see Bradley go down. It was troublesome to see Bradley go down because obviously he's just finally battled back from an injury. I will admit that these hamstring injuries or these muscle-related injuries are not only troublesome, but it's a case where it's difficult to see how you manage them properly and what's the right, time scale to like bring players back from those injuries to properly get them assessed so that they can make some real movement forward without having it be a negative in
I've
their
seen
progression.
loads of us with our players over the years, and they're never the same. If that's
Yeah.
what's happening to him with his hamstring, it's all fucked up and that, like, then it's pretty much the end of him.
I wouldn't go that far, but okay. 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 I wasn't trying to make it gloom and doom for him. I was just trying to say that it's
No, we had
troublesome.
loads of good ones. We had Vegard Hegem, who was a good right back
No, he
years ago.
wasn't.
Like, and he
No,
was,
he wasn't.
yeah, he was. He was good at going forward that bit. Because we were shit in defence anyway, so the best bit was going forward, and he was good going forward. But he was shit at defending, but that wasn't our thing in the early 90s. Like, you know what I mean? We weren't about defending then.
Okay.
But he got loads of hamstring injuries, Hagen, mate, you can just reel them off all fucking night. How many players have been done in by hamstrings? I've not heard that about Connor. Like, is this a new thing? Like, there's hamstrings bad? Is this like a new bad, like, made up
Well,
thing?
no, it just happened about 20 minutes ago, mate. I don't really know. Like, he's just, we don't even know what he's done. We don't even know what he's done. He might have just,
That's the
like,
thing.
he was
Yeah,
No
on.
one knows. Yeah.
No, I know, true. It
It's
couldn't.
accumulated.
Maybe it's not a hamstring. Maybe it's something else.
That's
It was.
fucking happened because that is pretty much the end of you. Once you start like
G-strings.
well in that territory, your career's over, mate.
No, let's not go. Let's not go gloom and doom on that yet.
Oh God.
I know.
He's pulled his G-strings. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I know that there's going to be some certain angst against not only our number 20, but also our number 9. I see it in the chat. And agreed, there were opportunities that were missed today and should not have been missed. And unfortunately, we're going to have to pay for it. As in, it's an opportunity that we should have capitalized off of. But there were a couple other opportunities out there that we probably should have made the most of as well, and we unfortunately did not. What is it that about this game really absolutely frustrated you, JK?
About the game, yeah?
Yeah.
I think we're lucky in the way where Villa, after they took the 2-1 lead, could have carried on. And they didn't. And then we got the goal back second half. And I felt we had enough chances to wrap that game up. Even Villa had their chances as well, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I think we played better. Compare this game to the Everton game and the Wolves game. I think we looked better today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we didn't win today, but I just felt we looked better. I don't know, attacking-wise. Just a bit more, I don't know. We played sort of 2 up top sort of feet. Like it was nice. It worked. I reckon it was working.
Mm-hmm.
The goal we've let in first, for me, that frustrated me. That header. Was it by Trent who did that? Because I can't even remember, bro.
I'm waiting for the highlights to run so I can
Let's have a look. So that header for me, that clearance should have been straight into the crowd or something. Like, I don't know, chest it, whack it. He headed it straight to him, bang, goal.
Yeah.
So that was for me. That's the most frustrating part, and also the marking on Watkins on his goal. Like, come on, he could have made a cup of tea, a sandwich, everything. The amount of time he had there, bro. And that is for me shocking defending on both of them goals. That's what frustrated me today. The attack do what the attack do, bro. They make excitement. They score goals. They do their job, whoever it is. But for me, our defense today didn't defend them 2 goals we gave them. Presents, bro, again. Do you think Christmas was 2 months ago? And we give presents away quite a lot. And that's, I think Brian said it on the roll call show. You said to him, what's going to be the biggest danger? And then he said, we are. You know, who's going to be the biggest danger for us? And he was like, ourselves. And that is probably true sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Jota's header was forgivable, but that one where like he had a chance with his foot, a really good one. No, no, no.
That was a shank. That was just a was a proper old school shank. It wasn't even. Yeah, it was.
Oh,
Yeah,
excuse me.
Bless you, bro.
bless
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
We you don't see them very often, but that's a real like literally. If you ever play golf, that's one of those ones that just bounces off the inside of the club and
Yeah, he
goes
does a
literally
lot of
sideways.
them.
Not even
Yeah,
anything on it.
even though he's so good and all that shit, like he does a lot of them, doesn't he? And that one was just
Look, you don't get as Rogers will tell you, as Donny Mallon will tell you. I know Lee Dixon went a bit overboard on the whole like he'll never come closer to winning a big game, but I think he might have meant as much about the timing as anything. Um, you don't get a huge amount of opportunities to win a big game like that, and when you do, you have to take them.
Certainly.
You know, we're
Agreed.
thankful tonight that Rogers didn't take his chance. If he had, I mean, we're definitely we should be all over Darwin and all over Jota for missing those chances. But that Rogers ones was just as bad. I mean,
Yeah.
he should have absolutely buried that, and we should have been sitting here going, well, 3-2 now.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw
But
the
that's
shot that came up. So
Mhm.
just quick, K-Mac wanted
Yeah.
to jump in if you're in the thing there. But yeah, it's just you have to take them. And right now, tonight, especially with this kind of weird left-hand side thing going on, right now at the moment, without Cody Gakpo in the team, it looks like we've only really got one player capable of finishing their dinner, as people say. You know, a lot of passed up opportunities for shots and people slowing it down when they should have gone first time and passing when they should have shooting and not seeing the obvious out ball. Lots of silly little mistakes, and that's what's going to
Overplaying
happen.
it sometimes as well.
Overplaying it and then
Who was
underplaying,
it?
not spotting the runs, everything, Jake, everything. It was
Mhm.
all there tonight. And then,
Mhm.
like you say, we also had our problems in defense. Like I said, I couldn't believe it, man. We were 2-2, and it was like nearly 90 minutes. Emi Martinez picks up the ball. He throws it out to their left wing.
Oh yeah, I
Their left
remember.
wing basically runs the length of the pitch unchallenged, gives the ball to Ollie Watkins, who passes the ball
And
across our 6-yard box
that's not the
before
first time.
anyone even got close to him. Exactly, but without even anyone even getting, without a challenge, no one
Yeah.
challenged one of their players until they got close to our box. They went the whole length of the pitch, and he wasn't even rapido. He was just strolling down the wing. He
Yeah.
wasn't going full pelt. It was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
So everything, Ali punched a couple of times when he could have caught.
Yeah.
He came out. I mean, nearly got done, but was good over. But I mean, there was weak. You can have, like they say, it only takes one weak link in a chain. You know, we had fucking weak anchors. We had everything. You know, it was that was a game that we had to go out and win, and we didn't freaking win it. You know, that's just disappointing to me. But I'll get over it. Like, but you know, we get a 4-pointer from Villa and Man City. They had a mental collapse tonight. We need to go there and put the heat on them and just go, you know, this is the real deal now this year. But I don't see us doing that now with a performance like that in the tank and the second half against Wolves and the performance against Everton. You can't
Mhm.
flick it on, you can't turn it on and off like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, if Mo Salah isn't in our team and doing shit, then what the fuck? Like, you know, we've got to step up. Cody needs to come back in, and Mac and Dom, these people, it's brilliant what they're doing. But stick one in the back of the net, you know.
Yeah.
Give us an
Simple
option.
as.
Give us a goal from
Simple as.
somewhere else. Give us a goal from somewhere. Let's make other. I don't know. I'm not being technical about it. I'm just talking about how I feel right now.
Yeah.
Give us a few goals. Give us some other stuff, you know. And let's not leave it all on Mo's shoulders and maybe getting a penalty or something. Because this wounded beast at Man City, we should go there and turn them over, or do they come back and go, do you know what? We're going to be the fly in their ointment. We're not winning the league this year. We're out of the Champions League. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to stop Liverpool winning it. Any bit of motivation at all they can get, they might take. So we can't go there expecting, you know,
Roses.
it's getting, yeah. I'll finish here. My only thing is Arsenal are just that bad. they'll drop enough points that it won't matter. That's my saving grace at the moment.
Talking about saving graces, what was the final score in Madrid tonight?
3-0, 6-3 on aggregate.
Yeah, 3-0.
Or 6-2 on aggregate.
6-2 on
Excellent.
aggregate,
See,
yeah.
without reply, that'll warm them up nicely.
Yeah, Mbappe hat-trick.
Mbappe hat-trick. Wow.
Good for them.
Yeah, certainly good for them. Someone that's definitely taken a lot of criticism for his production.
Well, it
Stepped
was
up
Pep's last chance for the trophy, wasn't it? Or is he still in the FA Cup?
Ah, they're out. Oh, no, Man City are in it. Yeah. They're in it.
City got Plymouth.
Oh yeah, that was Plymouth
Yeah.
reward,
The
wasn't
way
it?
the
Yeah.
draw came out, it would have been us
Real
v City.
still got the chance of a trophy.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope it happens for them. Like, couldn't happen to a nicer club.
I guess so. Let's see. You can't rely on another team losing just for karma.
No, I don't rely on it, but it's just, you look at it and just
Oh,
go, is Arsenal going to go invincible? No.
Yeah.
Sorry for jumping in there. That whole thing about karma. Oh, mate, I was a Liverpool fan in the 90s, right? Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Seeing what Man United are like now, that is the definition.
Oh, that is karma in
As
full
far
effect,
as
yeah.
I know, right?
It's karma.
From what I was projected to in the 1990s when Man United put a good side, this is karma now for me. And for every Liverpool fan who was subjected to that.
Okay. Trying to see. Still they've not updated the result just yet. Let me see. 1 second. I don't know if I can play this because it's got music in the background. Let me see if I can get on.
I'm just remembering some of my favourite like Man United songs from years ago. I told you anyway before.
No, there was a comment. No, there was TNT is interviewing Arnie. He's not happy with this result. He shouldn't be. But there was a comment that I saw in here about it's very interesting. Where was it? That was the question. It was about Rodgers missing the goal, missing the shot, and how we were lucky that we were lucky. Rodgers missed the shot. What is very interesting about like sometimes the takes that we all have, and we all are more than open or free to take whatever perspectives we like. So therefore, that's what I'm about to do. And what I was going to say is it's interesting because like I'll hear someone say, we were lucky to win. Rodgers missed the shot. Well, isn't it then Villa was lucky to get a draw because Diego and Darwin missed their shots? Like they had some missed shot opportunities that they should have scored on. I'm not going to dismiss that. Malin had a good opportunity. It was a very difficult angle, but he had a good opportunity to score. As you said about Rodgers, Rodgers had a good opportunity to score. Absolutely. As did we. And that's why I don't, sometimes when I hear that, it's not that these aren't excuses, but I'm just trying to get across that like, it's an interesting perspective when you look at it and say, oh, well, we were lucky to not lose, or we were lucky to have gotten a draw because they could have scored. We could have scored too. So we had a bit of unluck. and they had a bit of unluck, you know. And that's just how I look at it. Like, as in, we should have scored on both of those opportunities. I'm one of the biggest Darwin fans out there, but Darwin did not look initially like his head and mind and focus was in this game at all, in my opinion. And when he had his opportunities, he missed them. Or at least he missed the one opportunity that I remember that was definitely a opportunity that if he, rather than sky the ball over, he should have just basically, side-footed the ball in. He didn't have to try to lift it over the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think he had.
And then, let me finish my last point. Now let's go. And then Diego had an absolute sitter himself. And he missed it. So as much as we just talked about Rodgers and Mallon missing their shots, two of our more likely goal scorers or people that are supposed to be our preferred goal scorers missed their shots. And I think that's why I don't go for we were lucky. We were lucky to have gotten a draw. I just think it was two teams that were unfortunate to not have those those four opportunities go their way. And I think that our opportunities were a little bit more clear cut of being an easier goal than their opportunities, to be honest with you. But all the same, doesn't matter. We missed them, and bottom line is we are where we are, which is a 2-2 draw. So,
No, our chances were noticeably better than theirs, weren't they? Our chances to win it were better than theirs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Big up, Dustin. Big up. Big up. Is that what you want to say? What else? Is that all you want to say, Lee? I know you wanted to say something.
Yeah, we come closer to winning the match, was all I was saying there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. My microphone set up a little better. What else? I know that this is something that I am a little bit troubled over, and it's what Brian brought up about that, outlet pass from Villa's goalkeeper to I think it was McGinn. It was McGinn, I think. And then to actually be able to just drive down and get a shot off. That's not the first time we've seen that happen. Not in necessarily this game, but I'm just saying first time it happened in a game. I also will say, though, that I don't know who our set piece coach is, but he is definitely being overpaid, because I think that what we've been seeing is way too many opportunities for them to score on us from these set pieces and the likes. It's almost like every time they go up, every time they get an opportunity, it feels like the Brendan Rodgers years, actually. Question to the panel. I have one from Bernie. How much is Darwin worth compared to what we paid for him? Oh. Ooh. How much do you think we'll get for him, or how much is he worth compared to what we paid for him? To be honest with you, Bernie, this is not a biased opinion. This is the honest opinion. What we pay for Darwin is pretty much the going rate for what a number 9 goes for. So I don't know if some might say we overpaid for him, maybe with the add-ons and the likes, maybe we overpaid for him by that measure, but pretty much a starting number 9, especially for a team like Liverpool or Arsenal or Man U or any of those types of teams, you're going to look for their whoever's selling them to those kinds of teams are going to look for a big price tag to be associated with it, and most likely the price we paid for them, just the base price for them, I think personally is what's the market value for number 9s at the time. That's just my opinion. Panel might have a different opinion. I'll allow for them to answer your question, Tom. If someone wants to, at least.
I don't know which of the guys wants to take it. Boy, on mute
Okay.
here. Sorry, yeah. Look, I get what Bernie is saying. So obviously less than what we paid, because that's just kind of obvious. But any player is worth what you put. Unfortunately, you put a player on the market. You know, that's what you do. You put a player on the market, like you put your house on the market. You can value your house as much as you want. You put it on the market, it's on the market for 6 months. The highest offer you get, that's what your house is worth. You know, and with Saudi in the building, you'll get 60. They've already made it clear that they were prepared to pay. That deal with Al Nasser was basically down to the finer details of us getting in a new player, and they were prepared to give us what we wanted, which was apparently around 65 million. He knew what the wages were. He was happy to go and speak to them. That deal was set and ready to go. But we didn't have a replacement we could get in without having to overpay. So we know what they're prepared to offer us, which again will probably be there in the summer again, which will be 65. But if there was no Saudi Pro League, probably 50 from a kind of a European, because he'd be going to a smaller club. If he left Liverpool, he wouldn't be going to a bigger club. So, you know, he'd be worth 50 probably to an Atletico Madrid and Inter Milan. So I think it'd probably be a fair £50 million, which won't be far off, like you said, our base price for what we paid him. So, yeah, close to getting the money back. But with Saudi in the building, then you don't really have, it's just like a bidder at an auction who's just bidding up the room, you know, because they've got more money than everybody else. So I don't think there'll be any problem recouping a large fee for Darwin. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Oh. All right. I don't know what Lee was getting rocking and rolling in the background there.
You see, Abdul's got the car boot sale going on. Abdul's got the car boot. He's got Keller, he's got a Simicast, he's got a Gomez going cheap, he's got a Chiesa, Diaz, he's got everybody. Sunday morning, round at Abdul's house. Everybody's for sale.
I lost count.
They're all going cheap.
Players. 1,
Yeah,
2,
they're all going cheap. Everyone's going cheap.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. 15 players. 15
Out.
players.
Crazy.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
Look, man,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, 12 and everyone, it's like, it feels like we've lost today. We could have lost, but we didn't. We've got to be a little bit more positive, you know? I don't think we're playing great, but we're not losing.
Yeah,
In the
I'm
Premier
still
League.
loads positive, mate. We're far enough in front that it's not going to fall away this time. It has before, but it won't happen
It's
this
going
time.
okay. It could be worse, bro. Like, the guys are tired, man. You know, you're going to expect a draw here and there. You know, away at Everton, away at Villa. 2 tough fixtures for me.
How about
But you
this
got
then? How about this? Do you think that Arnie maybe tinkered with the lineup too much?
I actually think it was working until we sort of gifted him that first goal.
Yeah,
And
I
the
think it
second
was
goal.
good. I like
It
it.
was
I
going
like
all right,
everything
bro.
the man does,
You look at the
mate.
game. We're doing well. I think the first half we were playing good.
Yeah. I thought the pressure in the first half was excellent. I admit that. In the beginning of the first half, it was excellent. It's like Villa looked very shaky. Very shaky.
Nice. He made the call. It didn't work out. We didn't get the late goal and that, like, but he's still our guy. And I reckon tonight was an excellent decision for him.
Mm-hmm.
team-wise.
Team-wise. I'm watching that goal back right now. The one that equalized, that one apiece.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna show back right now. Let me see.
It was Trent, yeah, who headed it.
No, that was Dom that headed it. Was poor header out, clearance out.
Okay.
Can we introduce a little humour into the show and start talking about who's the
how
ref
it
in the
is.
City game?
Secondly,
I was saying who's the ref for the City game. Does anyone know who the ref is for the City game?
I reckon the ref today was all right as well.
I didn't have any
I
problems with
didn't
the
like him.
really.
No, I haven't liked him for years, but he hasn't transgressed against us for a while. It was from years ago that I didn't like him, Poulsen. Something Jürgen said.
Oh, okay.
I see
So
what
I'd like
happened.
to know who the fucking ref is like for the City game.
I'm gonna show. I'll try to show you the.
Paul Tierney, is it? It's not fucking Paul Tierney, is it, for the City game?
Paul Tierney? No, I don't know. I don't know who the referee is for the game. To tell you the truth.
Well, apparently, according
No,
to
no.
George Scott, who used to play for Liverpool, he said fucking Tierney used to play for Man City at youth level, and his brother is a season ticket holder at Manchester City till this very day.
Okay. I'll give you a picture. I think the only reason why we care about City losing is because I think we all hate City.
Okay, I'll go on. I know who the referee is. Go on. Have a guess. Quick. Yeah.
For Manchester City?
Yeah, for the Man City game, who the referee is and VAR and all
Well, look,
that.
I'm grasping at straws. We didn't win tonight. It was the
Paul Tierney. I don't know.
Paul Tierney? Nope. Lee, who do you reckon it is then? Who you on about the ref and that for Sunday?
I hope it's not Paul Tierney, because as I've just said, I'll say it again. Paul Tierney played for Man City at youth level, and his brother is a season ticket holder at the Etihad.
There you go, bro. We don't need to know no more. But who do you reckon it is then if it ain't him?
David Coote.
Nope. He wishes.
He's reinstated.
I don't really like him. I don't know, man. I don't like
anyone. Oh, don't tell me it's Michael Oliver. There's no way.
No. Wait.
I wouldn't have been surprised because that's a big game. Hooper.
Oh, he's another one. Fucking hell. I mean, there isn't a name you can say who hasn't done an awful decision against us somewhere along the line.
Okay, the ref is Anthony Taylor.
Oh, goodness, that's who I should have guessed.
The assistants are Gary Beswick and Lee Betts. That might be Harley. If it's you, Lee, bro, sort it out.
Okay,
Fourth official, Andy Madley. And the VAR is Stuart Atwell. Assistant VAR, Adam Nunn.
Another one, Atwell. Stuart Atwell, another one. You know, as I said, there's just a name you can't say that hasn't made a horrible decision against us sometime recently. It's
man,
isn't it? Like, they're after us. They are after our title. They are trying to take our title away from us. Yeah. Much as they'd like to.
Yeah. Trying to see who that was that was responsible for that. That's who it was. I'll try to see this one. I'm gonna explain.
Bless Marianne, Bernadette as well, Abdul, everyone in the chat.
Yeah, everyone that's chiming in.
Readers and Gerard.
To say what's Gucci. Whoops, I know why that happened. Trying to give a little introduction. I'm watching the goals, or at least some of the highlights here. I'm going to show you some screenshots to kind of give you some ideas as to what happened on some of these goals for us. Let's see. I know, Marion. I know. Unfortunately, it is not working out for D Wizzy. Not today. And he will see of a lot of anger. A lot of anger. But I mean, like, I just look at it as it is what it is. It is what it is. Hopefully they can find something from within and they can make the most of it. Oh, goodness gracious. That was the play right there. That was the play.
What games are going on tonight? Is the games going on tonight? Yeah.
There are no games tonight other than this one. I don't think. I don't think, at least. Does anyone know?
League-wise, only us, but Champions League, there was a few games.
There's a few games for Champions League, but not for us.
Well, I'm glad City got a bit of a pounding off Madrid anyway. To make the more
Tommy.
pussy-like in our hands.
Nah, it don't matter about that. Who cares? I'm not bothered about City
Well,
losing.
that
Doesn't really make a
4-0
difference.
against Newcastle, that was a good one because like Newcastle have been good recently. Sometimes, like haven't they? Apart from being battered a few times, they've been good. So like that was a good one for them. 4-0. So I'm glad they got beat tonight.
Yeah, it's apparently the Wild Wild West. It's the Wild Wild West.
It's the scoreline says yes.
I mean, City losing to me doesn't give me anything, doesn't do anything for me. It's irrelevant in my opinion because at the end of the day, on Sunday they're gonna turn up, and I don't see this team beating City. I can't even lie. Defensively, we are all over the place. I don't know what is going. I don't know what has gone on the last 2 to 3 months, all over the place, and we just and Salah had a great game today, and it's not about. And I don't want to hear the excuse of Cody being injured. He affected our game. Yeah, Cody's irrelevant, but again, Plymouth, Everton, and Villa is anyone telling me those lineups are not good enough to beat the 3 teams? And that is the problem now. Number 9s are not finishing the dog. And now look, people said, "Oh, Plymouth, who cares? It's the FA Cup, bigger fish to fry." A lot of people said that.
Who's won it? What teams have won at Villa Park this year?
Arsenal. I think one of the promoted teams. I think Bournemouth have won. I can't remember the other teams apart from those two. Can't remember. I'll have to check. City lost. No, City lost that Villa when they were in their losing run. They lost.
Mm-hmm. So, would you go as far as to say that that Villa Park is a difficult place to get a result in?
It shouldn't have been. It needn't have been tonight, but it was.
Right.
No, I feel it is a good team. I've openly said that it was going to be a struggle. It ain't going to be. Forget about records. We can have all the good records of the run. Records are there to be broken. Every year, nothing is guaranteed. Villa are a good team, and they just showed tonight. But I mean, for me, the 2 games, Wolves and Everton, we're lucky to escape with a win and draw. I mean, I don't think we deserve to win both games. But in this tonight, I know Villa had chances. That's true. We should have wrapped. We should have sealed that game. But I don't know, man. I'm a little concerned. I can't lie. We didn't lose, and JK's right. We are 5. We are. What was it? 8 points. Is it? No, it's 8. Yeah, 8 points clear with the game in hand, and Arsenal got the injury. So it's a question of what Arsenal do than what we do, really, because right now this team they're just not at the races for whatever reason, and yeah. And Arsenal got the injuries, but listen, I'm not going to be fooled by that. I'm not going to be fooled by City, and I don't see us beating City on Sunday. To be honest, I don't.
That is a bit of a saving grace. The fixtures that Arsenal have got upcoming after Forest, they've got United and Chelsea.
And we have a lot of home games, which would probably be our saving grace. A lot of home games. As Jimmy pointed out the other night, 7 out of 11. Yeah, I know everyone has their views on it tonight. So
Mhm.
I'm definitely backing United to beat Arsenal at Old Trafford. That's going to happen.
Possibly. They could. They could. If they turn up how they played against us, they could. And Arsenal's
Yeah,
injuries, they
we know
could.
they've got
That
it in
could.
them. We know they've got it in them. They showed that against us, like, and that's what's going to happen there.
One game, yeah, but all the rest have been dog crap. You know what I mean? They've been.
Basically, we only need a
Mate,
draw. A draw will do. If they can manage to like get a draw out of it, that'll do. Like,
Yeah.
won't it? Basically,
Space.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess be more what like I said, I think it'd be more what Arsenal do than rather what we do. Because we're just not with it. But Arsenal should be dropping the points, and yeah, that's just I just don't know, and I just don't understand Slot. I mean, why did he not start in though? Why? I don't get it. The midfield was better than it was, but it just I don't know, man. I mean, we played well first half, but you could see the tiredness. And again, it's been happening game after game this season. We get ran through the middle too easy. I don't understand why. Have a DM that can sit and patrol like Endo does.
No.
Sometimes it's not about pace; it's about anticipation and football intelligence on the pitch. I don't understand why Endo didn't start today, and then let whoever the two is go and do the thing. But I mean, who am I? But anyway, it is what it is.
Did they not show? They're not showing the. I don't think they showed the Nunez miss.
I know, dude. You're kind of.
I can't even actually.
I don't think they.
like
I don't think they showed it. Yeah, they're not showing it on the highlights. All right. So let me see if I can present some of these opportunities.
That was it. Where he chose to go down when the keeper come out and he went down. That one.
Talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to
Talking
you.
to me?
You talking to me?
You are not just talking out loud about
Talking to me?
Darwin's stance. I said I
I'll
forgot
talk, mate.
Darwin's
Yeah,
stance, and then I remembered it.
I run this.
Where he he ran forward, the keeper come out, and he went down quite dramatically because I don't know. If he pushed the ball too far in front of him, I can't remember. I remember it now though. I do know that much.
All right, let me see. Arnie is learning it. It's hard in this country. Of all the games, he had a great start, but his ground clop, it's a ground clop down. It's tough when you want to win all comps. It certainly is. Let me see if I can't get some of these depictions up for us so that you can at least get an idea as to what we were talking about on some of these occurrences. All right. So, well, we don't need to see that one. All right. So, let's see. This is all right. So this is one. This one right here. Let me share this one with you. Make this big here, and this one right here. Make it a little bit bigger here too. So this is their first goal that they scored to equalize. What what's happened here is this was headed back in towards goal. What I keep saying is that unfortunately Dom's already going up for this. He's in position. It's got to be a better, if he's going to head the ball, it's got to be a better clearance of a header of a clearance for him. He can't just head. I mean, if you basically see, you can see Tillemans. Let me see if I get my pointer to be on the screen. All right, you can see my pointer, right? Yes, no, you can see the pointer.
Yes,
No?
yeah.
Okay. This is Tillemans right here. Right here. Make it as big most as possible. And then the header goes, unfortunately, right to him, who's being, there's no one there. It's an easy shot for him to just at least put on net. But unfortunately, at this moment right here, what was kind of frustrating is that for me, I know that maybe the Villa player, if Dom doesn't try to make a header off of it, maybe the Villa player would try to put his head or get his head to it. If anything, maybe Ali should be calling him off. I know it looks a little bit more easier to said than done there, but initially when that ball is coming in, I thought maybe rather than Ali hold the line as long as he did, maybe he should be a little bit more aggressive, come out, call for it, or at least be assertive and just take the ball, period, out of the air. It wasn't that. The reason why it's Dom's header went pretty much nowhere is because that initial ball in there had no pace on it. So when he tried to head it out, it had no pace going out.
It was an awful goal to concede, abominable on almost every level.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what this one is for. I don't know what this one's for. I have another picture done. The other thing I was going to show is this is what I meant. This is the handball that was not called. This was the handball. What he ended up doing was he ended up controlling the ball. He then thought it was rugby, apparently, because what he ended up doing was controlling it, turning it away from Diego, and then continuing on with the play. That was what I was kind of harping about as being something that was a very troublesome goal. I think.
Well, I could see that being ruled out if it was one of our players who did it. I don't know what you're writing about referees.
I know what this one's for.
But you know what I'm saying?
I got one more to share too. Yeah, I understand. I have one more to share. I'll share this one real quick. This one was the second goal that they scored on us before the end of the half. This one is a case where, all right, let me get my pointer to show up again. This right here, this player right here, that's Virgil. This player right here, obviously, is Maka. The player behind here is Ibu. I don't think Ibu really had much of a play at this, but unfortunately for us, Maka let his man go, and then Virgil reacted too late. But there's no watch the play over then, Pops. I don't know what to tell you. That's a handball. It's not a matter of it's not a play. Actively you can see in the play, you can see both Diego and Curtis Jones actively and this is what a lot of the commentators like to say and utilize, that you can see them animately calling for the handball. Animately calling for a handball. And it's not given. He's able to turn. He's able to progress. The ball goes into our half, and it proceeds to be the goal scoring, that goal. I don't know what Pops is going on about, though, unfortunately. He says it will be ruled as too close. No, that's not the case.
Like, as in, they would have said, I'm assuming he's saying they would have said he didn't have time to get his hand out of the way or whatever kind of thing. But I don't know. I'm just
even if you can't,
speculating. I don't know. I don't speak
If
for
that's how you look at it, hey, you can twerk and tweak and do whatever you need to do to bring up some type of excuse, but that's a handball all the same. I guess me, Diego, and Curtis Jones all think it was a handball because he ended up controlling it with his body, with his hand, and actually diverting, like changing the direction of the ball. It'd be one thing if it hit his hand and it fell. That'd be one thing. But he not only, as I was trying to show in those stills, he not only hit his hand, he then cups it and turns his body to change the direction of the ball. But okay, all right, no worries. I'll let Laszlo take over for a second. He take over for a second, Laszlo.
Sure, man. Sure,
Thanks.
yeah. No worries.
Oh,
If again, it's the other side of it is then what, like you're always taught as a kid, right or wrong, you play to the whistle, Um, so if it gets called up, we'll take it. But the play went on, and we ended up in the position we ended up in. So, not excusing it, but I'm just trying to move the conversation on a tiny bit from it. Like so, it was. It was an intense night there. If
all right.
if the guys come in and they do, yeah, it wasn't given. So that's the thing you play on. You play to the whistle. So,
Yeah.
we I'll leave it to the Beavers who are on that one. You know what I mean? The thing is there. So, we want to see it given. It didn't get given. And it moved on. But yeah, I know. But that's the thing. Like, you, even if it is the wrong decision, you still play to the whistle because there's a game going on.
Yeah.
And passes around and they work it and stuff. But it was because I said it and I was, me and my Nostradamus. So it was like it was getting close to halftime, and you were giving out when you were watching it, and you were saying, "Why are we slowing it down? Why are we doing this?" And I was thinking, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a little bit too kind of stop passing. I was kind of thinking, don't give them something here now before halftime. Don't give them something. And we just did, in a stupid way. We were trying to be all kind of controlled at the back, and it was like, no, man, there's 2 minutes here. Just don't do this stuff now.
Just play your game.
This is Villa Park. Yeah, don't give them something.
Yeah.
They had it in their head. We're taking this to halftime at this scoreline. And I just had this fucking. I said, don't give them something here, lads. Don't get. And then it was getting. Then it went to the run, and then it was in the box, and then next thing you know, there it go. It was so avoidable. Because we got too passive, and I can understand why they did it. Control it, right? If you can do that and keep the ball away from it, let's just kill 3 minutes in the game, and it's over, right? But we didn't do it. We didn't stop them. We literally gave them that chance by being too passive in that final 2-3 minute period.
Yeah.
When they weren't, like
they weren't on it. They were like being sloppy from the back in the sense of like as in they were trying to play from the back, and it was very haphazard. But I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, we saw how that worked out for them.
Yeah.
Our first goal, Garcia basically. I mean, that guy probably still doesn't know what he was doing.
But you're right about when there was a segment towards the end of the second half where we ended up it was just pass, just basically,
side to
side passes, no reasons. It was like, people walking around, pass back, and ended up being us going side to side, passing it back, and then losing the ball and giving them an opportunity.
So all it takes is one loose one.
Exactly. And I was like, what the heck what is that?
I didn't think we concede 2 to these tonight. Like, to concede 3 would have been just too much. Like, you know what I mean? I can sleep safely and soundly tonight after conceding 2, but if we could have conceded 3 to these, I'd be up all night.
Yeah. Yeah, that was unfortunate. Big up to the Unscripted Sports Show, a friend of mine from home. Definitely. I'm sorry. Oh wow. Yeah, you do. You definitely do have to. You definitely do have to keep playing to and for the whistle. How that's close to your body? Okay. How that's close to your body? Keep telling me. I'm sorry. That's not close to your body. Oh man. Good call. Good call. Sorry. Yeah, okay. Anyhow, anyhow, I was going to also ask, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?
Ay,
Is where is the question. Where do we go from here?
Love
Well,
plus
where did
one.
we go?
Love plus
Where
one.
did we go?
Yeah. Where do we go from here?
Pops. Why don't you pop on in, Pops? Pop on in, Pops, and we can have a little tete-a-tete live online. If I'm overstepping the mark by inviting them, I do apologize, but you know, it's not as good in the comments.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I feel we got ripped off tonight, performance-wise.
that was criminal. That Watkins should not have been that alone for him. I tried to show that one too. That was this one right here. How he got a header from this is I can't obviously show the full video or the full replay, but how he ends up getting a header from this is Maka doesn't track him. Maka, you can see Maka doesn't track him. He goes by Maka to get in his position. And Virgil is late to react, late to go out to get to the ball. The ball's up and just sitting there pretty. And yeah, it's just a matter of Mackin possibly needs to, stay with the man. But if he does, I guess if he does, then he's leaving. I don't know what player that is behind him. Let me see if I get my pointer on here. I don't know what player this is right here, but maybe he doesn't want to necessarily leave him completely too wide open. I guess I don't know, but yeah, it's just a matter of it's like that in football, in volleyball they call it a husband and wife, basically, which means that what I mean by a husband and wife thing is that it means like a miscommunication, like when you're playing volleyball, a husband and wife place where maybe a ball it drops in between you and your partner, and one of you should have taken it, but it was like a miscommunication. Neither of you stepped up to take it in time. That's what that's what it looked like to when I was watching the replay. That's what it looked like to me. But it is what it is. That's me calling out. Does not matter who it is. I will call them out for it. But yeah, where do we go from here, though, people? I know that the chat probably has their own assessments.
The City performance will set new standards. That's where we go from here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hopefully.
How about that's one way of looking at it. JK, how about for you? Where do we go from here?
The Etihad.
Okay, that's one way of looking at it too.
Yeah.
Literally, where do we go from here? We go. Well, actually, we go back to the training pitch, then we go to the Etihad. But I get what you're saying. Well, what do we need to do? Do we need to, like, what is the lineup that you bring out, for instance, for that matchup at the Etihad?
What I like about the
What
City
out of
matches,
all these players? I'll ask you the question, Lee. But what out of all these players that played today, where do you go? I'll send it to you. Give me 1 second, Pops. Where do we go from here?
I've got that song stuck in my head now. If anybody, it's called Love Plus One. They go, yeah. Where do we go?
oh yeah. Nick Haywood. Yeah. Daddy cool.
You gotta go. Look, I want to impart upon Manchester City the very stark reality of what they are right now and what we are right now, in terms of they are one of the most mentally fragile teams because they've got the world's most neurotic manager, and it was always going to happen eventually. They had a little bit of a Marmouche kick there the other day with his sexy little hat trick, fair play to you. But now they went to Real Madrid and got absolutely destroyed. And the Guardian writer that does the MBM, he was saying this isn't about how they got beaten, or this isn't about the scoreline. They were giving up. You could
Was it
see
without a
Manchester City
whimper?
players
Was
literally
it
on the pitch
completely without a
giving up.
whimper?
He's saying this is about the manner of a loss. They just down tools some of these guys.
Okay,
So
well, it's got different
that's the
priorities.
mental state they're in
I
right now.
thought he'd give it a go still, like, you know what I mean?
No, man, he said they went there with a 1% chance of winning, and he was called out on it by the Spanish press, and he said, yeah, I was only lying about that. I was talking shit, but he said we have a 1% chance of winning. He was overestimating their chances of winning by the stands of it. So we need to go and show them, see, that yeah, it's been 2015, but this is we're going to hurt you guys now. No, we have to go and hurt these now. We have to fucking stop
It's
their
all
little.
set up, isn't it, for a really good game? This, like,
Yeah,
because they're going to come
hopefully.
out and try and play and show like how good they are and shit, like, still, and we'll be able to milk them
Hopefully,
again and again and again.
Well, yeah, like I said, yeah, I'm just hoping we can go there and make this a kind of a narrative win, as it were, in terms of yes, ye are this bad, and yes, we are going to beat you. In terms of we're going to be, they're going to stick their kind of fly in the ointment. We can't win the league. City, no, they're not winning the league, but you know what we can do? We can F up Liverpool's season. So. But I just think they're so bloody weak right now mentally. We have to go there and make sure it's our first win since 2015.
Oh, God. Thank God for that 4-0 result with Newcastle. That one was a good one for us, because they know they can win if they play good at home, even against
Did somebody call a doctor? Did somebody call a doctor? I think somebody called a doctor.
I don't know.
Did they?
We got one in the house. We got one in the house.
There you go.
Did they call the doctor?
Yeah.
Big
Ernest
everybody.
called the
We
doctor.
need one. We need one after that result.
Nah, man. Not necessarily. Maybe Bradley needs one.
Yeah,
Yes,
Bradley
a
might need
concern.
one. That's a
That's a
concern.
concern. That's a big concern, actually.
You don't like to see him sitting down like that, do you?
Nah.
Yeah.
Probably felt the hammy when he went. I think when he went on the sprint up the pitch, he felt it first, and then it tweaked again when he went back defending, when he went off. And he sat down and said, I'm feeling something. The new thing is, if you feel something, just stop. At least I think that's the new mantra coming from the new regime. So hopefully it's just a tweak and nothing serious. Because Trent still isn't ready for 90 minutes. It doesn't look like anyhow. Well, it's deemed that he's not ready for 90 minutes.
Yeah, we're clearly about to know.
We got everybody on the panel, everybody in the chat.
Pick up. Yeah, that was a concern. And what makes it even a bigger concern is because we don't have Gomez currently, and we now don't possibly will be without Bradley as a cover for that right side, for the right back side. That is a concern.
Which means
And-
we now have one fewer centre back. If Kwanzaa needs to cover right back, we only have.
Well,
Well, you go the other way, Laszlo, isn't it?
Endo. Well, you could bring in Endo.
Well, I mean, just
Yeah.
from our
That's
centre
tough.
back point of view.
Mhm.
Yeah, you
Endo's
can
your
drop a
centre
boy
back
in.
/ right back option, and Curtis Jones can also play at right back if forced
Jones
to.
right back.
McConnell can
trouble
play
with
at right back if you
that.
really have to. But I would honestly,
Yeah.
I don't want to see Kwanzaa at right back either. I don't
Why
think
not?
Kwanzaa's
Why?
He's not comfortable at right back.
He's too tall.
No, that's true.
Nah.
Comfortable there, like,
It's not too tall. It's just, to me, if he plays at right back, then you're going to end up doing the invert from the left and play kind of like a center 3. So he'll come across somewhere next to Ibo to be closer. I can't see him playing right back, proper right back. I wouldn't want that. That would be my preference, to be honest. Because then who's your center back? That it means Endo is definitely the center back then for sure. Which means then he can't be the central midfielder. Which I think he has done a good job coming in at the back end to help clamp the middle of the park like he did against Wolves. So it's things that they have to think about. That's why they get paid the big money, and we just have a good chat on the internet and laugh. That's where the money's made.
Yeah.
Well, this injury to Bradley is not what they're saying it is, a hamstring, because the hamstring is usually the
it's a
death of
hammy.
any player. Like, once you start
It's a
having
hammy.
hamstring injuries, it's usually all
Yeah,
over.
but Lee. Okay, yeah, but Lee. We went down. We went down
Lee.
Doom Road.
That's a bit too far, Lee. That's a bit too far.
I know.
We don't
Lee.
end the guy's
Lord
career
have
now.
mercy.
I mean,
I know, Lee. His career is not over. Okay?
Sounds like
Cliff-
Lee's taking him into the back and drawing.
Lee's bringing him to a farm upstate.
Someone's
You're going to be signing on.
Sending him out to stud, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever happened to Connor Bradley? He went to live with
he's gone out to
a
stud.
nice
He's gone
old
out to stud.
couple upstate in a lovely
Upstate.
farm, and he's a lovely field to run around every day.
He has some
Don't worry.
kids now. He's got a few kids as well.
Yeah, he's having a lovely life. A lovely life.
Jeez. Jeez. Well, I'll ask Pops then the
What I
question.
heard, there was a hamstring injury tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks
we'll
like a
see.
hammy.
We'll see. It does
It
look
looks
like a hammy.
hammy.
But
It
wait,
looks like a hammy,
that's
yeah.
just they'll certainly have to like give it a scan and do all the extra, bells and whistles to make sure what exactly it is. But I was going to say, I'll ask this to Pops. What?
I don't
What-
know.
what-
I don't know how much hope for his future if it is an hamstring injury. I think it's
Oh,
going to be
Lee,
like Calvin
Lee.
Ramsey. I mean,
Whoa.
Yeah.
buy a fucking right back, aren't we? We're going to have to buy a right back, mate.
No, we got maybe. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
Lee's
We'll see.
all in,
How about
man.
this? Easily all in on the right guys. What I was going to ask Pops of you is
Yo,
where do we go from here then? What is it that and I'll ask these two questions. A, do you think that Arnie got it right with the lineup he picked? And B, where do we go from here? What should we present? What should we look for, not only on the pitch, but who should we look for to be on the pitch come our time against City at the end?
Sunday? Okay. Hindsight is 2020, so I won't go with hindsight. I'll go with what I would have picked for the 11. And what was part of our discussion last night was we were looking at the midfield and saying, all right, Curtis Jones probably should play because the legs in there look a bit tired. So let's freshen up the middle. He
Who were you
didn't
taking
freshen
out?
the middle.
Who were you taking out too, by the way?
It was an option, yeah. So it was an option to leave Mac on the bench.
Oh.
And play Grav in his usual position.
Mm-hmm.
And then sort of rotate Mac and Grav so they both then get rest and leave Curtis to because he was being suspended, so he would get 90 minutes. But seeing him sort of being on the left, if you want, for Lucho, basically saying, well, Lucho's run his course, so he needs a break, understandable. So you say, okay, well, if you're going to use him to give Lucho a rest, then you're forced to go back to Mac and Grav and Sabozley. So it's the usual suspects, basically. And you say, all right, no problem. The other thing is then you go with the usual suspects and you hope that you can win the game basically in the first half, which theoretically we should have.
Mhm.
If we're being honest. And again, not being disrespectful to Villa, because I think Villa's a really good side. And yes, they had a good, some of their better players as well missing. But I really like watching Villa. They got some really good players, some good, strong, powerful players, which you could see them running through our middle at times. And you're saying to yourself, yeah, we look like we're dragging some cement bags while these guys look like they're on something different. So I think the team was okay. If we take our chances, then we're not having this conversation, which is ultimately the conversation we've had too many times already this season. If we take our, again, against Wolves, if Jota does what he needs to do against Wolves, and if Jota does what he needs to do again today against Villa, Jota comes off the hero as opposed to coming off being the, oh God, Jota, man. Because he did what he was supposed to do initially and squared it to Mo, and then he got the second opportunity and said, you know, I want mine, as opposed to, here, Dom, have another one.
Right.
He squares that to Dom, Dom scores, Dom knocks it in, and that's it. And to me, this last time as well, he squares it against Wolves. Instead of diving against Wolves, he beats the keeper and scores. 3-0, that's done. That game's done and
Just take
dusted.
the chance, yeah.
Done and dusted.
He didn't have time
Even
to
if they
adjust
come back
his,
3-1, they'll get it, yeah, whatever. It will be 3-1. But it's not all of this, oh, we were lucky, it was embarrassing, all this rubbish that you heard after the game. This one's the same thing. Again, credit Villa. But you look at Tyrone Mings and Axel Disasi, and I said last night, that's Disaster, Mings as centre-backs. We need to beat these. These two aren't good.
Yeah.
Again, no
They're
disrespect,
shocking,
but
Bob.
they're not
They're
good.
shocking.
As a back two, there's no way you want to see them on the pitch for your team. Not that combination. Maybe one with somebody else, but not the two of them together. And then you look at their their right back, who was on our left. He had a horrible time as well. And you think to yourself, well, that's a gift. Here you go. Okay, thanks. We'll take that gift. We're at 1-0. We give them back one. Jota has the opportunity to take it back into our favor immediately after the error. And he messes it up. That moment there changes everything else for the rest of the game. You go ahead. You go into halftime with the lead in all likelihood. Because again, to me, it's the butterfly effect, I like to call it. If that happens, then these other things don't necessarily happen. So we go into 2-1 leading. It means Villa have to come out pressing more in the second half. You get the opportunity to sit in a little bit and play on the counter. You definitely get a third because you should have had a third anyway. And then you get to substitute players that look leggy. Now it's, okay, well, we take a point and then you're looking at the players and saying, well, you're going to ask these players, the same 11 basically, to go to the well again. So Trent's going to start. Ferg's going to start. Ibo's going to start. Ali's going to start. I actually thought Costas would start today, so you'd give Robbo a rest because you're going to trust Robbo to play on Sunday. So I'm guessing Robbo goes again on Sunday. You look in the middle of the park and it's going to be the usual suspects. He did, but didn't he against Wolves as well? That's why I thought he was going to rest today.
Right. That's what I'm saying, though. Yeah, you're saying that if he does get chosen for City, that'd be 3 games that he'd be possibly look to do a full 90.
And I think he's struggling. I heard he was man of the match for some people on against Wolves, and I said to myself, really? That's Robbo's man of the match performance? Okay. There was something gave him man of the match. There was something, somebody, something. Because I heard it on something. I was like, Robbo, okay, cool.
People going to people, ain't they? People going to people.
I guess. And again, this isn't. I'm not killing Robbo, but I'm seeing Robbo run after the ball and miss the entire ball. He's running into a challenge and he's just missed everything, and the players gone past him saying, come on, Robbo, man. That's exactly what people say. The detractors are saying this about you, and you've just done it. Stop it. And he is a player that you look at and you say, well, you can trust him in the big situations, which is why I was expecting maybe a Costas today and Robbo on Sunday. That's how I looked at it. I think Mr. Locke trusts him more in the bigger game. Now you have to say, can Robbo do 93 times in a week? I don't think that's fair on him, to be honest. I don't think that's fair on him.
I would trust him not just off of the sense of past, but just in the sense of, I trust him more than I trust Simicast. I'll tell you that much. Defensively, not saying that. Yeah. I just think Robbo has a little bit more higher football IQ to maybe save his graces, despite him not being at the physicality or physical level that we all would like to see him at.
Did you see that today, 12 though? Did you see Robbo looking like that player that you just described? Before you answer, I'll tell you what I saw. To me, and I was literally rewatching the game because I like to watch it again when I'm sort of doing commentary and making comments so it's sensible, so I can see it. He did a lot of backpedaling today and calling over Curtis to kind of help him defend a lot. And there were moments when it's get out to it early. He was dropping in and saying, come and cover. And I'm saying, well, if you drop in, then you're allowing a cross. And we do that too often. We allowed the cross to Ollie Watkins, which was the second goal. Ollie Watkins played a 1-2, literally. He played the ball out wide, was outside the box, ran from outside the box, inside the box, and scored. There was nobody pressing the ball on the cross.
Simple one touch, simple.
No one pressed it. And
yeah, 1, 2, in you go.
It happened on Robbo's side as well a couple of times where I'm saying, Robbo, step to it. And he's dropping off and calling for help. I'm saying, well, no, you have to go to that because the cross is coming now. You've given him enough space because no one really goes byline to byline. Most of the attackers cross from anywhere around the top of the 18-yard box to the penalty spot. So that's kind of the arc. No one goes all the way to the corner flag and then whips it back. So when you're dropping in sort of beyond the line of the penalty spot as the wing back, then you're offering up the opportunity for the attacker to cross it. And that's what I saw a lot from Robbo today, in my opinion. And that was a bit concerning for me because I think Robbo's good enough to go and get it, but it felt like he wasn't backing himself to go and get it. That concerns me. If that's what it is, I could be wrong totally, but if that's what it is, then I got a problem. And that mentality thing, I got a problem with all of the team because we gave them a goal going into halftime because we were done. If you look at it, all of our men were in the locker room. Minute 44, all of them. We were
it's halftime.
It's halftime, lads. Let's go in. Let's go and get a cup of tea and change shirts or whatever.
They assumed they could walk it home. They assumed they could walk it home, and they didn't. They assumed 12th man was saying it's stop passing around the back. I was saying, give them something here, lads. Do not give them something right before half time. Don't do it. And they did it.
Yeah.
We thought we could walk it home, and stupid thing to do. Really, really stupid. You know, I don't know where the individual, I'm going to pick out individual mistakes on that one, but that was just kind of a failure of the plan. There,
it was just shit defensively, wasn't it? Like, to be put in a position where we had to come back and score 2 goals to win, like, it weren't good enough, was it? Like, it was a shit defensive display from the whole side.
We're not even giving Ali a chance. Sorry, now take on.
No, sorry, no, go and say your point. Sorry, Pops, and I'll say my point after.
No, you do it. Go ahead.
No, okay, no, all I was going to say, look, this comes to team management and game management. And I hear people saying that, like, again, like I said, Plymouth, we got certain fans online and certain other smaller Liverpool podcasts saying, we lost to Plymouth, no big deal, bigger fish to fry. Like, we're Arsenal. We're not Arsenal FC, we're Liverpool FC. Nothing in this world is guaranteed. There are fans out there guaranteed that we're going to win the league. Nothing is guaranteed. This is the Premiership. It's not La Liga. It's not Serie A. It's not the French league where PSV, they've got like farmers and part-timers, you know what I mean? They could rest 11. This is the Premiership. Every game is a battle. Every game is a fight. And I'm going to, again, what is a squad? What's the point? If we don't have a squad, then what? You want to play Salah? And this is what I said at the start of the season. We don't rotate these players, we are going to lose this league. Now, Salah, he's my man in the match because he wasn't even he scored. He was making things happen. He was trying to get things going. You know what I mean? But Slot sometimes has to manage this squad. Look, if Jones and Endo, if they had stinkers for Liverpool since they've been there, then fine. But why is Endo still on that bench? You know your midfield's been under form. You know they're tired. But sometimes there's a thing called game intelligence. Now, Endo doesn't have the pace of a Gravenberch, but Endo can read the game. Put him there. Solidify him. Let him protect the defence. and let the others do what they do. Rotate a little bit. You know what I mean? Even like, for instance, you can see someone's having a stink or whatever, or he's not happening. So Diaz is too late, or just try something. Give me an Elliot for 10, 15 minutes, or Chiesa, something different, something to try to win the game. But no, it's the same pattern of play. And the defense, I don't know what is happened. We go like Pop said right, bad Robbo, Trent again. I mean, Ibo and Virgil, and Ibo gets away with murder. I don't know how many times. And God Almighty, unfortunately, Joey's injured, and Kwanzaa, well, I mean, he's out of form, but personally, I would have started him. And this is the problem. Now, if we don't back up ideas, now we're top. We could be having one of the worst seasons. We could be having a very, very long conversation. Now, mind you, it's not. But this is the thing, and Slot has to use these players, because there's no point. If you don't want them, then fine. Bye-bye Premier League, because these players are not going to pull it out every single game.
But
so there's things that have to be discussed. Yeah.
Well, I agree to a point what you're saying, but I'm also going to ask you this question. Okay. Every day, all 20 players train, so he gets to see them. If some of the players that people like Elliot, people like Chiesa, the idea of Chiesa, I really like Endo as well. But I look at Endo and I say, well, there are certain games where I'm saying, nah, this isn't for Endo. I don't think he'll be able to cope with the pace of the game from ball one. If he's looking at them and not seeing exactly what he wants, then obviously there's a big problem, because he doesn't trust them to do exactly what you just said. Conversely, though, since I'll go back to Plymouth. So Plymouth, Everton, Wolves, and Villa. In all four of those games, if the strikers or forwards had done what they needed to do, we would have been able to say, yeah, it wasn't necessarily the best performance, but we won. Because we've had those moments where they haven't done what they needed to do. Chiesa played against Plymouth. He's one that I would say was guilty, because the front three in Plymouth to me was basically non-existent. Now, that might be because they've never played together, or there may be an excuse, because that 11's never going to play together, but it's Plymouth. Exactly. Any of our 11s against Plymouth should find a way to win and not find a way to lose. Harvey Elliott was part of the debacle as well, so I don't know if he's been sort of stamped because of that negatively, but he hasn't played since then, right? I don't think.
No,
he hasn't played since. Yeah, so in my head, I'm just thinking that Plymouth performance, plus there was one before that, wasn't enough to move the needle in your favor. It actually put you out of favor, in my mind, maybe, because he seemed to have gone further down the bench than he was before. So I'm just saying that because, yes, it looks like we need to rotate, but it looks like there's 14 men in the rotation as opposed to 20 men in the rotation. That's all. Because Chiesa, again, is an anomaly. He's there on the bench, but it never looks like Chiesa's going to be the go-to man.
Well, Pops, all I was saying is it's a hell of a lot easier to play your way out of a team than it is to play your way into one.
Always.
Very, very
lose
simple.
a shirt. It's easy to lose that shirt, and it's hard to get it back. Yep.
Real hard to get back.
There was a question. Rather than type it out, I will just answer it myself personally. There was a question to me about initially Dustin was something I said too during the game. There was a camera angle that showed the bench, and you could see Elliot on the bench, and Elliot looked. This is one. It's right here. Elliot looked dejected. He looked like he was disappointed and frustrated when he wasn't subbed on to the bench, or wasn't being called on to be subbed in. And then my answer to that was, I do believe that that's a mistake, as in I think Elliot does bring something to our team. I think that he is instant energy when he's subbed on. And he is someone that looks to get involved. He looks to press, and he looks to be looks to get into the action of play quite often and quickly. But then Bonkers responded by saying, he says, but then why isn't Slot playing him then? And my simple answer is possibly, this isn't, I'm not a expert on into why Slot does whatever he does, but maybe maybe the Slot has a sense of, there were certainly some players that Klopp would rely on for that energy, for that little bit of adrenaline surge to be implemented into the team. When this time last year, you could easily say that Elliott was that player. Elliott was one of the most subbed players, or players quite often looked at by our coach or by our manager to be called on from the bench when we needed some type of energy or some type of surge or maybe some type of offense or the likes. Maybe this coach isn't necessarily so reliant on, energy and emotion and whatever the word it is that maybe I'm not necessarily properly assessing, but maybe he just wants to go with what he understands as his tried and tested modes of play, and that is going a different direction, whether it's with Endo, whether it's with obvious Elliott, whether it's with Chiesa, who could have been an option today. He only used 4 subs today. Chiesa could have been one of them. Chiesa could have been an option that he pulled off the bench and tried to implement into it. He substituted Lucho extremely late into the game. So, Lucho got in at the 81st minute.
Yeah.
So, with the substitutions, I guess we'll wait and see what if and when a journalist maybe asks him why he chose to wait so long to sub in Lucho. But, it's just a question. It's an honest question. But getting back to the Elliott point, I think that it's a misstep by our coach to not utilize Elliott more often, because I think Elliott does provide some instant, like as in he's a busy bee on the pitch when he gets on there. You put him into the midfield, he's going to be assertive. He's going to be all over the place, as in hunting down players, trying to put pressure on it, and also we all know that he's got an eye for goal, and he's got a good passing range. So I don't know why Elliott isn't getting more playing time. Maybe the panel has a different take. If anyone wants to step up and answer that question on a different angle or with the same angle, you're more than welcome.
12.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I would say quickly, profile-wise, Szoboszlai and Elliott are chalk and cheese. And lungs and legs is what Szoboszlai is, and Harvey definitely isn't that. As much as he's energy, as you said, he isn't going to cover the ground that Dom does.
Okay.
And fits more for last season than this season. So yes, all the things that you said he can do. How many times have you seen that this season from him? And it might be unfair because he hasn't had a lot of opportunities, but as Lasso just said, you lose your shirt when you get an opportunity, you have to fight to get it back. And I don't think he's done enough with the opportunities he's had. And they might not be a lot, but he's not done enough to say, yes, he has to be the one, in my opinion. That's me quick.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anybody else? I don't think Spotlight was
No,
terrible.
just what I was saying there in the chat. I think sometimes, maybe it's just me, but I notice like shifts in language a lot. I notice, especially like in advertising and commercial stuff, and where they use certain words to say certain things without saying them. And I've noticed this a lot, where it's like to say that the manager doesn't trust this player, he doesn't trust that player. That to me suggests kind of in a pejorative way. It suggests something that, but to me, it's just like it's a manager that has evaluated his squad and is using the best players that he thinks he can rely on to execute his plan more often than not. And then other players won't come into that equation because there's only 11 places on the pitch and it's narrowing now. It's like the FA Cup games are gone, the early rounds of the League Cup are gone. It's getting more and more narrow. It just, to me, it's just like every manager and every team has players that he doesn't play. And I just don't understand this kind of thing where we are doing incredibly well and we're looking for bits and pieces to pick at slot for. And it's like, oh, he doesn't trust this guy, he doesn't trust that guy. It's like, no, there's squad players. Everybody plays their best 12, 14 most of the season, and then there's other players that come in. I just think it's about him picking the best players he can. And from the last time I looked, we're top of the league and we're top of the Champions League. So it's working. It's these players will get their time, but I don't know, man. I just think it's like he's famous or well known for, one of those guys that only likes to work with like 17, 18, doesn't want a big squad, all of that. And he facilitates that by having an excellent fitness record in Feyenoord. At Feyenoord, he was something they were well known for, was basically using a small core of players and players rarely getting injured. I just don't think it's anything more. It's just what I said once. Oh, he doesn't trust him. It sounds sinister. I don't think it's sinister, is what I'm saying. I just think he likes to use a small squad of players, and that's what he's doing. So I just think these boys that are knocking on the door, yeah, you've got a chance against Plymouth. Oh, guess what? You just went and kind of blew that one, didn't you? You're not going to get another one until X, Y, or Z game. So, yeah, I just think he's doing what he can with the players he trusts to execute his plan the best. That's all it is. I don't think it's a shade on the players who don't get in. I don't think it's a slight on the players who don't get in.
Laszlo, you actually just said trust, though.
Sorry. Well, yes. Yeah.
No,
Keep them at house,
and I'm laughing.
there you go.
I'm laughing on purpose because I think for some people it's actually part of a narrative, and for other people it's just an expression in that a preference one over the other. So if you prefer one, then it's you don't trust the other. More of a flippant thing than actually a dark thing, because you just said you actually just used the word trust in your description.
Yeah.
And I understand exactly what you're saying, though, because there are some people who are trying to build something and say, oh, he doesn't trust any of these players. And I'm saying, well, you don't know that. So that's not necessarily something you can say, but you can also say, well, he doesn't trust them to execute in the manner that he wants, because that's kind of what you said. If you're picking a player and you're playing, so it's semantics, and I guess it's the manner in which you use the word trust and the way in which you have the expression, I guess. Because I understand what you're saying, and I agree, because none of us know what he's thinking or what he's
trying
doing.
to build an atmosphere. It's trying to build a bit.
I get you.
It's like that kind of, why are you kind of trying to create a bad smell when there is no bad smell? It's like you walk in and
some of us that like that, Laszlo.
No.
Some of the Liverpool fans are dying for something bad to happen. I don't know why. It's kind of like somebody said, "Oh, we bottled it," and I said, "What? Bottled it? 8 points clear, and we've bottled it. Okay, no problem. I'll see you at the parade. Maybe not." And again, it's not guaranteed, as Nalante says. There's nothing guaranteed other than, as you say, taxes and death. So there's nothing guaranteed. But it's up to us to blow it, though.
One thing, Pops.
It's up to us to blow it at the end of the day.
If you were an Arsenal fan, would you be
Why
thinking,
would you do that, Laszlo? Why are you doing that to me, Laszlo?
No, but would you be thinking,
no,
we can chase?
No,
the doctor, you're the Arsenal fan now.
No, Laszlo. I'm not letting you do that. I'm not letting you do that.
Pretending Arsenal fan TV.
No, I'm not. No.
If your best friend was an Arsenal fan and you weren't a Liverpool fan, do you think you could reasonably say to him, "Oh, you can chase that down with your no strikers and your no Saka and your Mikel Merino play? Oh, you can do that. You can do that."
What?
Really?
What? Look at this. And now I'm gonna pop. See, now that's probably gonna stick, Red Armchair. Stop it.
Connor Pops, yeah, sounds good.
No
Got a ring
way.
to it.
No, it doesn't. It does not sound good in the least. And
Off the pitch.
the funny thing is, I actually like Arsenal as a club, and none of my Arsenal friends
Oh wow!
are like AFTV fans.
Oh my goodness!
Not one.
Invasion
I don't have
Gunners.
one.
Invasion
I don't
Gunners.
have one.
eh?
I don't know. I don't know anyone like anybody on AFTV. Honestly, I don't. I don't know anybody personally. I don't know anyone.
First the
who's an
Fat Boys
Arsenal
break
fan.
up. Now this. Oh my
I don't
goodness.
know anyone. So my cousin's an Arsenal fan, my neighbor's an Arsenal fan, and none of them speak like anything I've seen on AFTV, to be honest. And that's not everybody, of course.
Normal.
But
people, exactly. Normal.
The reasonable fan, right? The reasonable fan of any club would say, "Oh, you know what? It's unlikely, but just for a laugh, let me keep having a pick at my Liverpool friend. Let me keep saying, it's only 8. You know, we could make it 5 on the weekend. You getting nervous?" And it would be more of a laugh than you saying, "Oh yeah, we're different." Because last night I heard a man definitively say, on March 9th, Arsenal will be ahead of Liverpool because we're gonna. What was it? He said it was 1 point from the next 3. So it was okay today. So I think it was it lose today, lose Sunday, and draw with Newcastle. I think that was it. I could be wrong, but I think that was it. No. He's a fella called Tony Claude.
Oh, Tony Claude.
He's way out there. Way out there. So he said, he said
I know
you could see us getting 1 point in 9 and Arsenal being ahead of us by March 9th. And I said, okay, see, look, there you go. There are some people who have belief in whatever is going to happen. There's an example. I don't personally know him. So
there's a lot of people though. There were
5 days.
A lot of
how does
there were
that
a lot
work?
of people though that were saying very similar to when we were coming up against Real Madrid, against City, that during that little run there that we were going to have our dip in performance as well though. So
it's happened all season. All season long. It was we hadn't played anybody was the narrative. Then it was here's the stretch where you're going to lose. In 12 games, which is about 3 months, Arsenal have made up 2 points on us. Well, prior to today, Arsenal have made up a massive 2 points on us. And that was prior to the injury crisis and all that stuff now. So if we now, because to me, I keep saying this isn't a conversation about anybody else other than us, though. When you look ahead of you, what are you seeing? Nothing but open road. Well, drive then. Forget the rear view mirror. Drive on the open road and go and do what you have to do. No excuses. Some of our fans, I think, believe that we were going to win the league or we should win the league by 15 points. So every week we play, we should win, they should lose. We should win, they should lose. And the gap should just get wider because the Premier League is not the hardest league in the world. That's what we call it. But it has to be easy for us. Oh, why is it so hard? Why? Because it's supposed to be hard. When we won it, it looked easy because we went 23 of 24 wins. We made it look easy. It wasn't easy. Some of those wins weren't 4-0 wins. We didn't rock up to stadiums every week and batter teams. And I was with our best team. City, the Centurions, the Arsenal Invincibles, the United treble winners, all of them have won games 2-0 or 1-0 or in the dying embers or had a draw away at somebody and you're saying, oh, could this? No, it's not. Just relax, man. Our heads fall off way too quickly. It's frustrating to see us miss. Yes. You get a one-on-one chance. Oh, yeah, he should bury that. Oh, Jota should score that. Jota should also score that one. So Bosley maybe should score that one. Virgil maybe should have scored the very first chance of the game, or maybe should have scored it and we could have had a chance. There were a number of those moments today, and you say, well, you know what? Had we done better in the moments that we should have done better, we won't be having the conversation we're having right now. It would be a totally different mood on the stream, innit? Even with the Bradley injury.
Well,
now
the Bradley injury,
that puts a sour note on the draw in it. That makes it even worse now.
I was going to say maybe that's one of the reasons why I'm looking at the substitutions. If you think about it, Connor coming in for Trent, obviously he can't, as you spoke on, maybe not go a full 90. But then the player that you subbed in to cover the whatever 30 plus minutes or whatever it was going to be for our equalizing goal scorer in Trent ends up getting injured. And now all of a sudden we have to bring in Kwanzaa. But we still had a sub on the bench to do. We still had a sub on the bench that we could have brought in. And that sub, again, could have been Chiesa, could have been Elliott.
Who do you want, man? 12? Who? In the context. So if you're making the substitutions in the context of the game, tell me what you're doing. Go. So
the
second half's kicked off and we're going. You run it from there.
From the second half, and Trent has to come out though, because he's
Trent's on limited minutes. So that sub's already in the book. That's in the book. Right. Yeah, that's in the book. Right.
So that was the first sub anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
And my next sub, I would have subbed out Diego for Darwin. That was a good sub.
Right.
I would not have subbed in Lucho for McAllister, but I understand that obviously we had a need for an actual left winger to be in the game at that point to probably create some type of offense. But I possibly would have substituted differently there.
So you'd have gone for Chiesa as a left winger?
I might not have. I probably would have substituted Elliott in for Maka if we're going to do that.
So, all right. So you
just I would have done. No, I know, but I would have done for like. That's not a like for like. That's why I'm saying it that way.
Oh,
I know, understand it.
Yeah, you'd have done Mac for Elliott and left it as it was, kind of without that left winger.
Right.
Played the same way we were playing. All right, cool. Yeah.
Right. And then if necessary, then I would have then resulted in bringing either Chiesa or Lucho in on that left wing if we needed it.
For CJ then?
Most likely for Curtis, or maybe even more for some sound wild, but I probably would have taken out
Graver.
Yeah, Graver. Would take out Gravenberch.
Paul Graver, Elliott. It's interesting though. So that means you leave Curtis as a 6 pivot by himself, as a lone 6. If Elliott's playing.
If Elliott was playing, then you'd have to have probably Dom and.
So you push Dom back to play next to Curtis.
You got to have Curtis and Dom as your pivots, and then you'd have Elliott
to the 10
as your 10, and then you'd have either Chiesa or Lucho.
And Chiesa left. Got you Nunes up front and Mo on the right. Okay.
And it's a triangle. I mean, they actually Slot spoke about how he likes his triangles and he likes the fact of them being able to, interchange
position. And yeah. I got you.
So there would be occasion when, Elliott possibly would have to, pull duty as
to drop in.
But hopefully we could keep possession of the ball and be able to be on the front foot. That's at least how I would have played it.
Okay.
But
I see. No, I see what you're saying.
But I mean, we still had an extra. The point is that we still had it seems like I understand that we had to make the subs that we did. I'm not saying that we, obviously when Connor went down, that really changed up our ability to go with maybe a different tact. But all the same, I would have liked to have seen, considering we brought in Lucho in the 81st minute, it seems like and considering that substitution for Trent was in the 68th minute, I think it was, or 60 something minute, right? It seemed like bringing in Connor, okay, we kind of were, and then bringing in Darwin, and taking out Diego, that's a like for like, but still, it wasn't like it didn't feel like we were going for the win. That's my part and point. It didn't feel like we're going for the win.
Interesting. So bringing Nunes on didn't feel like the win? You didn't think that was the move for the win?
I was hoping. Oh, trust me, I was hoping it was going to be a win. I had I definitely put a couple ducats on the side there that Darwin was going to score that goal. Didn't work out, and
he should have made you some money though. He should have made you some money.
Darwin did not.
Oh boy,
did not make me any money.
Yeah, no, he should have made you some money.
But I just don't know. I mean, I just thought that like can you just make sure so we're not there. I just want to see Chiesa get. I like moments. I know it sounds weird. This might be my football romantic side, but I like moments, and sometimes there's those opportunities to have those moments. I think Chiesa, I think Elliott are going to have one of those moment opportunities this year. It could have been a case for either one of them in this game, and that's what I was foreseeing. But they weren't even given the opportunity to step on stage. So that's why I was a little disappointed. And being that it was only 4 subs used, and we did have an opportunity to put a 5th on, but we chose not to. So do you not really? I can understand the Elliott. You've already kind of said your take on Elliott, but you have the same opinion on Chiesa. Chiesa just doesn't fit the bill for you for providing that.
Honestly, I have no idea. I don't know. I honestly what he is, because I haven't seen enough. I've seen a few minutes, and it's clear he's a top footballer from some touches, but I don't know if he has the lungs and the legs. Honestly, that's it. He's been with us since September with no preseason, which is always the issue for a player, especially with us. No preseason for us means you're well behind. I figured by January he would have been up to speed, and I was expecting to see him in the League Cup and the FA Cup. When I saw him in the FA Cup, I said, I am not sure you've done enough to do anything for your runs in the league. Maybe that's unfair of me, but that's all I've seen. I don't go to training every day. I'm not observing daily, so I can only see what I've seen. What I saw was, there was a moment here or there. The report was, I think, before he played in Atlantic, correct me if I'm wrong, he played for the unders, right? And I think he scored for the unders.
Yeah,
you know what?
You're right, Pops.
But you know what? You know what else was said? They said he was blowing out his behind. So for the unders, you score, but you're still blowing. That means you're not fit enough. I don't know what that means.
I'm not saying I want to see him start. I didn't say that.
I get you. Yeah, so that's what I mean.
But I'm just saying maybe, but not even for.
I don't know. He has. I don't. 10 minutes is
15 minutes.
A hard ask for a man that hasn't played at all to make a big contribution. I get you in moments. I get it too. I think I honestly said I think there's going to be a moment for him this season. That's what I thought. That's less and less.
Elliott's had the same.
In my mind, yes.
Elliott's had opportunities.
Had a moment with Didn't Elliott come on with Darwin in a game? When Darwin scored the winner, did Elliott come on with him or no? No, it was Jota. It was Jota that had come on.
Jota.
I feel like Elliott came on as a sub and had a moment. I feel like he had a moment this season. But again, it was just a moment. It was just a moment. So I don't want to say that's his season in a nutshell. That's it. That's your moment and you're never again. Because he was that player, as you said, for us. He was, to me, building up to be something. I think the injury has really killed Elliott, to be honest. And not to be Lee, but it feels like, if you remember Origi when Funes Mori broke Origi's ankle, to me, that was the end of Origi. The Origi we knew was never going to be the same Origi again. I don't think I don't think Harvey's been back to the levels since he broke his ankle. I don't think he's been back to that, because he was on a trajectory that was on an upward climb. I think he's fallen back down and he's struggling to get back on, because he passed Curtis Jones, remember? And everybody was saying, oh, Curtis is falling behind Harvey. And again, it was injuries too. So Curtis got injured. Harvey took his opportunity. And you were saying, well, yeah, look, Harvey gets minutes. He comes off the bench. He was Team Capri Sun. He was the leader of Team Capri Sun last season when we had all the kids. Harvey was kind of like it's Harvey and the other boys. Now the other boys have all gone and they've kind of left Harvey. And you're saying, well, there is no more to Team Capri Sun. So where does that leave you now? No, that you know what I mean. He doesn't have the gang anymore,
Team
and
Capri
there
Sun
aren't any
forever.
more games for the gang, right? So where does it leave him? Honestly, don't know.
Team Capri
In
Sun.
the,
We'll see. I think we'll see
In
on
the
Sunday.
summer, he's at a crossroad. He's at a crossroads in the summer.
Major crossroads,
You know,
last though. Major.
If he goes the whole rest of the season, getting 6 minutes, 3 minutes, 8 minutes, 4 minutes,
He's through the door.
he's going to sit down. He's going to have to look. What do I want to do?
Nah, he's through the door. Nah, he's
Do I
through the
wanna
door.
stay
He's through the
here?
door.
Yeah.
Nice,
Do I
really.
want to stay here?
But
Do I want to go? You know what do I want to do? There's a few players like that. Keller is the same.
Keller's gone. He's gone.
Yeah, to be Harvey will have to look and go. You know,
How many
do I
games do we have
stay
left?
in?
13.
Oh, again,
13.
probably hardly maybe about one start, and that was against Plymouth.
I don't know
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately, there's something up with your mic, by the way, Nawante. I don't know what it is. It keeps like it's crackly. I don't know if you knew that.
right?
down to 12.
Because he's still
We're
correct.
down to
This
12.
time.
Yeah, it's still cracking.
Yeah, it just sounds like shit.
It sounds like you got a short
Basically.
somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, I don't know. Got my wireless headset. All right, give me a second. Hold on. Let me come in and come out. I'll try
Okay.
that.
Yeah,
Pause.
it's crackly.
Yeah. Mhm.
Very crackly. Yeah.
Yeah, pause. Yeah, pause.
Okay, I got you on that one.
We got 12 left. 12.
We got 12.
Forrest getting 89
Yeah.
points max. Jeez.
I know. That's what I was just going to ask because that's what I
You
want
got to get some Wolfie. You got to get some Wolfie in your life, Max. If you're going 89 points for Forrest.
89. That's
That's all.
32 more points for them.
That would mean
Possible 39 points.
All the wins. All the wins.
So they're
basically.
only going to drop 7 games, 7 points. Okay.
that would mean they'd have to pull 20. No, wait. 89
They need-
points.
They
They
need,
can't even get 89 points though.
he said, wait, no, 89 is 42. Wait. That's 42 more points for them. That's not even on offer. They got 39 points left. That takes them to 86.
Right.
Max.
Yeah.
Mats is undefeated, Max. Mats is undefeated.
Yeah, Max is in his own world there. So their maximum is 86, Max.
Yeah, their maximum will be 86 points.
Unless
That's what I'm saying.
you're giving them some bonus points for something.
Yeah.
For that
Yeah.
7-0 win, did they get a bonus 3 for the 7-0 win or something? So their
Okay,
max
yeah,
is
so that-
86.
Yeah, because they're on 47 points.
Yeah.
And that would mean them winning all 13
That's winning every
games.
game. Yeah, that's every
Yeah.
win. 86 is them winning out. So
Nobody's going undefeated. I mean, not even undefeated, as in no one is going. What's the word for like where you win every game?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, winning streak.
Invincible.
no one's doing that. Nobody's doing that. It's gonna happen.
Because
just
Arsenal
ain't
could
gonna
then
happen.
get what 92 points. Is it?
How about this?
39.
How about this?
Yeah.
I if they win out, I hope they do. I hope they do.
Who's that? Forest.
Yeah, I hope Forest does.
Sure. Why not? Why not?
Why
That means
not?
they're going to beat Arsenal in it.
Exactly my point. Exactly my point.
There you
It
go.
means they'll beat Arsenal to help us out because I still want to see us get 90 points on the season.
Yeah, I'm
I
with
don't
you.
care if it's 22 or 28 or 95,000. I don't care as long as you just win the fucking league, man. I'll take it by
Exactly,
a
Brian.
point.
Forget
just
the
to
points.
piss everybody off.
Just win the league. Yeah.
Just to piss everybody off, I'll take it by a point on a dodgy decision as well.
Mhm.
I still want it to be
I'll
more
take
than
that.
90 though. Lastly, there's a reason.
Yeah.
I want 90. I want more than 90. There's a reason for that. I'm
Oh,
not
you
gonna
want
tell
more
you
than
now, I'll
90?
tell you at the end of the season. Yeah,
What's-
I need. Yeah,
Okay.
90 plus is my total. I'll tell you at the end of the season. Not now.
Okay.
I'll tell you
Oh,
at
there's
the
a
end
little
of the
bet coming.
Alright.
Mm.
Yeah, this is the
That's
thing at the end of the
I'll
season.
say.
This is the end of the season surprise, right?
I see
Okay.
pops.
Okay.
Yeah, a little
It's
bit,
really
yeah.
not that.
Okay.
It's not that hard to be honest. It's not that hard, but I'll
A
just
little
tell you.
wager? A little wager, maybe?
Nah,
A little-
not that, not that,
No?
not that. Nah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, pops, you're keeping it secret, pops. Yeah, we have to
Yeah,
wait till
yeah.
May. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah. You know
All right, no
what we used to
problem.
say, right? In the old days, we used to say we count the points in May. That's when the points count in May. So
Yeah.
Okay. We'll put it to the calendar or raise the channel.
I'll be
As
I'll
soon
be
as
calling
it's
12 for the
mathematically
link.
done,
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
call 12
yeah,
for the
as soon
link.
as
I'm
it's
coming over. I'm
mathematically
coming over
done, we
12.
can lose every game on a run, and I don't give a shit. We can party it. We
We'll
can be drinking
celebrate all the way
champagne
through,
at
Laszlo.
halftime.
We'll drink.
Yeah,
We'll be
we
drunk
can be
every
drinking
game.
champagne at halftime, man. Yeah, I don't care.
Bring the
Lose
guard
the
of
last
honors. That's what I'm
6.
saying. Give me the guard
Yeah.
of honors. That's what I
All
want.
across
Line
the
them
land.
up.
All
Line
across
them
the
up,
land.
guys.
Yeah. By the way, Max, they've played 25 games. There's only 38. You only play 38 games. There's 20 teams. You don't play yourself home and away. So that means that you only get 38 games in a season. And they've already played 25 games. If they have 14 games, that would be 29 games. So again, your math is not mathing, but
Like I said, man, it's Max's world, and we're just living in
Yes,
it.
leave Max in his world, man. What
yeah,
you doing?
I
Leave
know.
Max alone.
I know. Apparently, there's another another dimension that he's rocking with.
Take
All
your brain
right.
to another dimension.
I know when I saw him write that, I was like, is that
Wayne's World, Ludicrous, Radical, Max's
Yeah,
World, Ludicrous, Radical. Come on.
There you go. Oh man.
Big up, Max.
Big up, Max. Stop. Big up.
Yeah, no, nothing but love, Max. Seriously, you know it's nothing but love, man.
Really. But still 61 points is what we sit on. 53 points is what you see Arsenal sitting on. 47 points is what Forest is on. 44 and 43, Man City and Bournemouth, respectively, round up the top 5. If you want to call it that, those are the 5 spots that will assure Europe. But it's safe to say that the only real race for this title is within Liverpool and with Arsenal. So, and not lose, who says we are winning games, we're losing loads more. Okay.
No, we're just Max. We're just laughing at the idea that Nottingham Forest will win every single game between now and the end of the season. I mean,
They won, Max.
I'm all
They won,
for
Max.
it if they do.
Well,
but when is the last time that actually?
Yeah,
was
and also,
that
and then apparently even for winning 13 straight games, apparently getting a bonus point for doing so. Apparently,
you get them bobos, man. You get them bobos.
Make that 87.
Yeah, bonus win, man. Come on.
You get them bobos, man.
But all good. Well, if we've already assessed as to how about this? What would be your starting lineup, real quick, going into that? And this if you had to, you got to recircle the wagons that they like to say, right, for this game going into the Etihad. We'll go across the panel here. What would be your starting lineup for that game at City? We can begin with Pops to start it off, actually.
Okay. AB1, Trent, Ibu, Verge. Yes, Robbo. I don't know.
I know. I know. You can tell. Robbo. I know.
No, it's 390s in a week. I'm just concerned. 390s in a week. This isn't me saying, oh, I'm done with Robert. It's me saying,
right. Okay.
390s in 1 week is a lot for a man in at his age too. And he still does a lot. He still does a lot of running. But I'll go with Robbo. Just to be quick, I'll go Robbo. I'll go Grav Maka and Szoboszlai again. That's the strongest 3. And I'll go Mo on the right. I need to assess Gackers. Do I start him right off injury? Nah, Lucho's on the left and Jota's in the middle.
And let's say Cody is injured. Not injured. Let's say Cody's not injured. Let's say Cody's healthy to play.
If he's healthy and trains well, and it was just a little knock, so it wasn't a muscular thing where I'm saying, well, all right, I got to worry about. him running or so. It's not a
Yeah,
hammy.
I think it was a foot injury. That's the reason.
If it's
why
just a little
Yeah.
knock, so there was some swelling, I'd start him on the left end because
Yeah, someone like-
Lucho's
I think someone
played
stepped
and
on
played
his
and
foot.
played. So I'd
Mhm.
start him on the left. If it's just it was a little swelling and this was precautionary to miss this one, he's good for Sunday. I'd start him on the left. I'm fearful that he starts on the left and then he pushes Lucho into the 9. But I'm giving Jota one more chance. I'm telling. No, I'm serious. This is it for Jota. This is Jota's moment in this season as well. Because as much as Nunes is the man that everyone wants to go through the door or whatever, Jota hasn't done enough for me to say, oh yeah, you're my number 9 next season.
Facts.
So I'm looking at him. This is back-to-back games where I'm looking at him and saying, you're the shotter. Everyone calls you the gun man and all these lovely things. You haven't been gunning for me. You've done a good thing and then you've done something stupid. You've done a good thing and then you've done something stupid. So against City, give me the gnarly Jota. Give me that dirty little Jota that I like that's going to score and run at the fans. And that's the one I want. Give me that one. That's the one I want. Give me the one that sits down and plays the video game. Give me that one. Biting and chomp, not diving. No diving. Scoring. Forget the diving. And that's my 11. Sorry, long-winded, but that's 11.
No, Backstop's got some decent shouts there.
Okay. Nolante, what's your 4? What's your starting? It's gonna be 11. I was saying 4 because I was looking at something in the chat. Sorry about that.
Yeah, all good, man. Yeah, fantastic 4. Well, ain't got no fantastic 4s in our team at the moment, but you know what I mean. Pop saying, Joe, give me one more chance, aka Biggie. Yeah, that's a great segment. Gonna go into a song, but probably we'll end the stream if I did. But anyway, so yeah, the usual Ali, Trent. Oh God, you know what? If it wasn't for Quan, I'm really tempted to drop people, but
Let me see if I can help.
God, you know what? If Quan's,
Hello.
yeah, Robbo.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
You went in and out. I think there's still something wrong with your microphone for some reason. It's still very crackly.
Sure.
That kind of
Right.
crunchy
Can you
sound,
hear me?
know, it sounds like-
It's like crackly. It's like going in and out.
All right. Let me try something then. Let me take because I'm got my wireless headphones on there. So let me try something. Hold on. Give me a second.
All right. JK, if you're still with us, I know you've been on mute for a while.
JK.
Is the bandit here?
Yeah, the bandit. We got the smoky. Where's the bandit?
Bless,
man?
bro.
Okay.
Oh,
Who's
yeah,
your starting?
10-4,
Who's your starting?
10-4.
Who would be your starting lineup?
We got a smoky on our
That's
tail.
all pops as well.
Yeah.
You get every time, JK. Love.
That'd be cool, bro. I'm gonna go with the same back 4 plus the goalie. Then midfield wise, you got to play McAllister. Like for me, number 1. The thing with Gravenberch, bro, he was okay today, better than what he's been.
Mhm.
Sabotsalai also better than what he's been. But do you play the same midfield again? That's the question, bro. And it's about fatigue. I like the way Curtis played today. So I'll probably play McAllister, Curtis, Gravenberch. But then again, Sabotsalai might play good there, you know. That's the thing with Sabotsalai. So I'm it's that one spot really for me. Jones or Sabotsalai. And then up top, like you guys want to go with Jota. Like I'm gonna say start Darwin, man. The guy comes on a sub, he either does well or he doesn't. Today he weren't really good. Again, coming off the bench. The other day as well against Wolves, not great off the bench. He probably wants to start a game, man. I'd start him against Man City.
I think he's not. I think he's mentally checked out a little bit.
He's checked out of it, you know. It happens when you're not starting games, and you know you're going to be sold in the summer.
Agreed.
Gapco's the only one as well now. Gapco on the left. Does he start or does Diaz?
You can the assumption, at least that was in the presser, was that Slot said he should be most likely available for City.
For see, so maybe he could have probably even been ready for Villa. They probably thought, you know what, just to be precautious,
Yeah, that's what
we'll wait
I think it
until
was.
Sunday. So for me, Gapco then. Gapco, Darwin, and Salah up top.
Okay. Cool. Darwin Salah.
12.
Okay. Is that
Sorry, just
me?
quickly for the record.
Yeah.
Just for the record. Nunes for me was supposed to start today. Away at Villa with the high line. For me, that was Nunes' starting spot. For me. Today.
Yeah.
When we did our lineup, I think today was the day that he should have started.
I agree.
Sorry, not should have. In my opinion, I would have chosen him because I think this would have been his best opportunity to get really a good run.
Yep. Agree completely. Agree. I had him starting today too in the lineup.
Game was set up for him.
Because I actually have Diego starting against City. I had originally I had said Nunez should start.
That's
this
exactly
game,
how I went. Nunez today, Jota on
and then
Sunday.
Correct. Exactly. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, that would have been good.
And now, with that said, considering the day that Jota had, and again, even the day that Nunez had, it's tough to say to start either.
That's the problem. They both had days to forget. I think Jota at least had something that you can remember because you can still say, well, he squared it to Mo for the first one. Made that goal because he was pressed, and he should have scored himself though. He had a couple of other chances that he saved himself. Come on, Jota, man. He had a volley against Wolves as well that was similar to one he had today. I'm like, you should score these though. Those are the ones that we say you're the shotter, you bang them.
Yeah, but you could tell he was he didn't even hit the goal. I mean, he wasn't even going on goal for it. It went wide right.
He got us so wrong. It was embarrassing though. Like,
he knew that. He looked at himself
goodness,
like,
man.
Who is
what
that?
am I doing?
Yeah.
Who just took over my body? Because that's not me.
That's not me. That is not me. Yeah. Yeah.
Back on Atlante.
Yeah. I think we might be expanding too much on this version to our players of the number 9 in this system isn't supposed to score goals. I don't think we mean it like that.
Did you switch mics with Nalante?
You switched, with Nalante, yeah.
Because now you're right. Oh man.
Listen, me and Brad ain't got no mathematical power there on mics.
I know you guys' mics are struggle.
Why is it gone? It's gone bad, is it?
No, I can hear it now. You can hear it now.
Sound like shit. Or what?
Before it was going in and out though, that's all. It's going in and out. Oh, look who we have. Look who it is.
Doesn't normally do.
Big up.
Big up. I just seen your message.
Okay. Yeah, you asked earlier to come in. Yeah. So I sent it that way. We were just talking about.
Is that Pops in there? Is that Pops in there?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Dr. Pops.
What's up?
Oh, you did.
Dr. Pops to you, by the way. That's Dr. Pops. This man's a professor over here.
Yeah. As we were just going through who would be your starting lineup for City coming up for the City match on the weekend. Who are you starting?
Well, there's definitely one person I'm not starting.
Okay, who would that be?
It looks like Bradley's out for the City and the Newcastle game.
Okay,
which is not good. It's such a shame that we had to sub Jota and Trent because Jota probably would have scored a tap in an open goal. And we looked more menacing when Jota and Trent was on the pitch. I know Jota missed chances. I know that. But Jota also created the goal. Like, we can't forget that. Like, he created the assist for Salah. So it's a case of, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. But we wouldn't have had the draw if it wasn't for Jota being there anyway, even though he did miss a big chance, which is probably the worst miss I've ever seen in my life by Jota.
Yeah. What's kind of wild too, by the way, real quick.
It was weird.
What's
It's not
kind of
like
wild is that if you look at it, our XG, I know some people don't like to hear the word XG, but our XG was 2.44. Villa's XG was 0.73.
it's actually higher, by the way, our XG. I don't know what you're reading that one off.
I'm on SofaScore.
Oh, okay. From the XG website, it's actually higher.
One gave it
Nunez's
3.
XG for that
There
one
was one I heard that was
chance
3, and they were under 1.
was 0.89. Like that's almost impossible to miss. Like it's almost impossible to miss. But he's actually got a worse miss than that, which is 0.93 against Luton away last season, where he was under the bar on the line. Do you remember that one, Brian?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is ingrained in all of our minds.
Look, I really don't know how many times I've said this now, but sometimes teams have players that play for them that will lose them the league. Sometimes it happens. You will have a player that will actually lose you the league, and unfortunately, that's that guy. He's your guy. He is going to lose us the league if we continue to play him.
Nunez is going to lose us the league?
Yeah, he's going to lose us the league if you continue to play him. Like, look, we brought him on in the FA Cup. We brought him on in the FA Cup against Plymouth. He did jack shit. That's Plymouth, okay? Against a team that were on their knees. Like, their left back and right back couldn't run anymore. And we brought him on and he did nothing. Yeah? We brought him on against Everton. He was absolutely atrocious. We brought him on against Wolves. We didn't have a shot in the whole second half. We brought him on today and he didn't actually pass the ball once to a player. He had 8 touches in like 30 odd minutes. Like, look, somebody just needs to take him out of the team completely. Like, he shouldn't even be coming on as a substitute now, because we don't do anything when he comes on as a substitute, because his whole job is to score goals, and he's not scored any. And if he's not scoring any, then he should at least create something, but he's not doing that. So I'd rather you played Harvey Elliott up front or Chiesa up front. And if you don't rate anybody else, then stick a defender up front. Like, I genuinely don't care. Like, you're better off having a guy who's tall, who can head the ball. At least you can throw crosses into the box, and Kwanzaa might be able to head one in. But your striker does nothing. And at the moment, he's actually making us worse. And that's just a fact. Like, look,
that's okay.
Look,
that's
it's now getting to a stage where he misses big chances, and our performance across the whole team just drops. Like, that must have been that missing an open goal to go 3-2 up away to Villa took the stuffing out of everyone, and the Jota miss took the stuffing out of everyone. And you can tell because after those chances happened, the other team went up the other end and probably nearly scored 2 goals. Like, look, we score 2 goals pretty much every single game. Like, if you're not winning games 2-0, like if you're not scoring more than 2 goals now, and the opposition's getting 2 goals, then we've got nothing else to complain about. But we are creating big chances to win games. So the guys are doing their jobs, and the subs are doing their jobs. Like, he's in the position. Like, Slot brought him on and went, get in the position to score. Dominic Bradley, amazing pass to Dominic Szoboszlai, who put it on a plate and he missed it. Like, that is perfect substitutes by the manager to create that chance for us to win the game 3-2. Like, that would have killed Villa. That goal, because they were in the lead and they thought they were in the ascendancy. And we came back and then scored again. And the substitutes would have made that goal. Bradley to Dom, Dom right across the box, Nunes tap in. Done. Oh man, I'm so angry.
Okay. But I think that one thing I will say this, and again, I know that we're going to go into, I'm not going to get into a heated debate with you, so don't worry. What I am going to do is say this, though. It is a little bit of, so I get that he was not the star or not the hero for today. But he has been a hero for us on other occasions.
We're going for Brentford again, aren't we?
No, I was going to go. There's actually been 5 occurrences that he's been involved in some form of play, that he has been the either goal scorer or the assist, had the assist in being in our games. This team actually, I spoke on it yesterday. This team that we did win 2-0 in the game. Eventually, Mo put the game to bed, but Darwin scored in this fixture earlier this year against Villa at Anfield. So it's not like he can't score. I know in the chat someone said that he's can't play football or something like that. That's kind of a hyperbolic response, I think. But there have been occasions when his play has been good. If he's not on the pitch, him and Diego actually, if Diego and Darwin aren't on the pitch, for instance, against Arsenal, we lose. We lose. Let me repeat that. We lose. Because Darwin had the assist to Diego in that game. If he's not on the pitch for...
Oh, Salah, you mean? You said the 2-2 at the Emirates, yeah? 12th?
Yeah.
To Salah. Yeah.
The assist that I'm thinking of... No, the one I'm thinking of is the one that we got... we ended up knotting it up, and it was an assist to Diego that we had. That we ended up tying it up 2-2. And then the other thing I was going to say is this too, is that, you know what? If we don't have a Darwin in our lineup, for instance,
Who do we have then? Who do we have?
We might not have we might not have progressed in the League Cup as well, because there was a game that was very important that he scored against in the Southampton game too.
Who do we have if we don't have Nunes in the team?
Who do we have if we don't
Who do we have if we sell him? Who do we have if we sell him?
Well,
who do we have if we sold him to Saudi Arabia?
If we sell Darwin Nunez, then we will find a replacement for him.
Who do we have? We have Chiesa. We have to bring Chiesa on.
Okay.
Or we have to bring Diaz on more.
No, I don't think so.
Well, we do because Nunes isn't there. So we have the 2 other strikers, and the 2 other strikers we have is Diaz and Chiesa, because they're 2 other strikers.
I'm losing you on your argument.
We swapped Nunes with Jota today. Sorry, Jota with Nunes today.
Okay.
Yeah, in those other games, we had strikers. Like, we could have played Diaz.
No, actually, in a lot of the other games, what this coach has been doing is bringing in Diego and Darwin together off the bench, because quite often we've been going out with a starting lineup of Cody, Diaz, and Salah in that front line. And then when we do bring it off, we actually have, and I'm trying to think of what game it was. It might have been Brentford? Maybe it was. I'm trying to think, because there was the game that Darwin gave Diego the assist, and Diego ended up equalizing for us in that game. But again, Diego played.
He's only got like 2 assists this season, hasn't he?
So then
he's got like 4 goals and 2 assists.
I'd have to look for it.
Season.
I'll look for it and see.
Elliott's there. Yeah, maybe just put Elliott's in there. You could play Elliott. Like today he played Curtis Jones as a left winger today, because he has to rest Diaz, because Diaz has been having to play in Nunez's position because he doesn't play Nunes. So are you trying to tell me if Diaz was playing as the number 9 today, Diaz wouldn't have scored that tap in? I'm pretty sure I trust Diaz to score that tap in. Like, and that's the whole point I'm trying to make. If he's not in the squad,
It was Fulham, by the
all,
way. It was Fulham.
No, but if he's not in the squad,
I'm
all,
saying
yeah.
Fulham was the game I'm thinking of. That we were down. It was Fulham at home at Anfield, and we were down 2-1, and Nunez had the assist to Diego that ended up getting us that draw.
But what I'm trying to say is, if he's not in the squad at all, as in you can't even bring him off the bench, then you have other players there. So you would have had to play Diaz today.
But we did play Diaz.
No, he brought him on as a left winger.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so he would have had to play.
You don't want. So you're basically saying
I don't want him. I don't want him at the club.
You don't want him at the club. I get that,
No,
but you don't even want. You don't even want Diego playing, because Diego's the player that got the start. So that's where I'm losing your argument.
I'm not complaining about Diego right now. Like.
And Diaz, why not? Why not?
Because Diaz has scored goals. Like as much as I don't rate him that much, he still gets in a position. Like, and one bounced off him and went in against Wolves, and he got a penalty. Like, but he played on the left side, which is his best position. But I would still rather have Diaz play in the 9 than Nunez, and so does Slot. Funny enough, like that's the reason why Diaz was rested today, because he keeps on having to play him as the 9. 6 goals all season. The weird thing about it, 2 of those goals he took off other people, and another 2, Slot didn't even think he should have took the shot in the press conference afterwards. But they randomly went in. Like, do you remember the goal he scored against Aston Villa when it went through the goalkeeper? That was just a weird shot. Like, 9 times out of 10, that doesn't go in. And then you got the other one where he spun around and just done a mad hit that went into the corner, and that was like the shot that you wouldn't take, but he took it. But he can't score in an open goal to win the game. Like, that's it. Like we will get more of those chances to win games. Like, we might get that chance against Manchester City, or we might get that chance against Arsenal, 3 games before the end of the season, and it could be the decider. Do you trust him to score it? No. I don't trust him to be on the pitch. So I want him completely gone, so we don't even have the option to bring him on for him to miss.
Okay.
Like, give that to somebody else, because I've got more. I feel more confident that they'll score than you. And he's done it too many times in too many games. He's not the guy. He never will be the guy. Like, I can't believe we didn't sell him for 75
In your opinion.
million.
Got you. Understood. Everyone's welcome to their opinions. I disagree, but okay.
So I'd love to know where your confidence is that he will score the winner in a game and he won't miss another open goal. I'd love to know where this confidence from.
Because unlike you, I don't have selective memory, and I've seen him have goal-winning goals for us. You've got selective. I get it. You take apart. You take apart and point and say, okay, I don't like this player. I'm not saying that he was sterling today. He had an opportunity. He missed it. Even sometimes even the best miss opportunities. He missed it today. I'm not saying that his conversion rate is where I'd like to see it completely. But what I am saying is I have seen him score game winners for us. I have seen him score goals for us that are important goals, whether they're game winners or not. But it seems like so often when you get into conversations about this particular player, he is put into a different stratosphere or a different platform, okay, or stage than everyone else. Today, our 9s did not have a fantastic game.
Well, one of them got an assist, so
One of them also
kinda
played
gets a bit of a
60
pass.
minutes
But
and had.
he gets a bit of a pass for me because he's been
Okay.
out for a long time, and he's
But
been.
that's
I personally think he's been rushed back. By the way, but
okay.
it,
So
it
now
is what
all of
it
a
is.
sudden, we're making
No,
these.
he missed a big chance. He missed
Okay.
a big chance, but
He did.
he provided an
He
assist,
missed.
and he
He
didn't miss
missed
an open
multiple
goal.
big chances. But go ahead.
And he didn't miss an open goal.
Okay. What my only distinct defense is this.
He's
Is that
also
some?
scored 8 goals, I think, as well. Like I think it's like, I don't know, like 20 something games. His numbers are actually not that bad, considering the
I think
time
it's
he's played.
it's 6 goals, I believe, and two assists
Yeah, 6 goals, 2 assists in like
in 50.
like 20, 22 games or something.
I thought it was like it might have been less. I thought it was 15 appearances or something like that.
Oh yeah, I think you're actually right. I think it is about that. I think it is about 15, 16 appearances, yeah.
But what it is with him and with what I'm trying to say is that what we get from Diego, okay, and what we get from Darwin was not good enough today from either player. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get across.
We created loads of chances today. We created loads of chances when Jota was on the pitch.
So what I was going to say is this: what's been unique about the last 2 games in particular is that quite often one of the things I've been remarking or pressing on is the fact that our number 9 does not seem to get the amount of attempts on goal that a normal number 9 for a lot of other teams get. Okay, but in this particular 2 games, we've seen Diego he had like 5 shots in the last game. And then he had, I don't know his numbers on today. I had to look for it, but he had quite a few shots today as well. Let me double check for you how many shots he had. Well, he had 6 shots from Diego today. Can you tell me the last time you've seen our number 9 get 5 to 6 attempts on goal? It's not that often.
The thing is as well is I think the reason why I'm not as vocal about Jota is because we don't expect it. Like we don't expect Jota to be missing chances. Like
right.
Like this is the side of Jota which we've not experienced for a while. Like it's Jota the Slotter. Like Jota always hits the target. Like he's always been that guy. So he's allowed to have a little bit of an off time. Like he really is, because he's been so reliable in front of goal for so long. Like I know he had that period where he didn't score in like a year, but he had loads of mad injuries. I get that.
Right. I'll let you finish your point. Go ahead.
But he has been decent in front of goal. Like this season, he has been a bit stop and start. Like that's true. But he still scored. How many goals has he scored? Someone said he scored 8 goals.
Maybe he has scored 8 goals. I'm not
8 goals in 24 games.
Okay.
I mean, considering he's probably played less than 2,000 minutes, like those numbers are actually pretty good. I mean, aren't they the same? Isn't that the same amount as Diaz?
This is what I'm saying. 9. This is what I'm saying, K-Mac, though. Why I'm saying this is that for the same, I get that you're allowing for some to have some like leeway or some measure of being able to be off their game. But if anything, what I am saying and emphasizing
1,200
is
minutes.
that
1,200 minutes he's played, Jota, and he's got 8 goals.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. I get that. I'll bring up this point. Bring up the stat. But what I am saying is that that's fantastic statistics. But guess what? Those statistics don't do us a damn if in this run to the finish line for us to get this title, we need those kinds of statistics you're talking about to be happening now. We need them to be happening now. So if I can't talk about Darwin's past ability to get us some results and get us some things that have happened in this season that have been points, if not wins, okay, period, for us this year, if I can't talk about those kinds of concepts, but we're only going to focus on what Darwin's doing currently, okay, fine. Currently, we've got an assist from Darwin today, or excuse me, from Diego today. Fantastic. And I appreciate it. But I need him to score. I need him to be Shata, Diego to Shata. That's what I'm trying to get across. You might not have that you might not think that Darwin can be your goal scorer. I'm gonna land. You might not think that Darwin is that person. Fantastic. Okay, that's your opinion. If he's not your goal scorer and he's on the pitch and he doesn't, your expectations can't be, he let me down, because your expectations were never for him to score. But Diego is someone that you just mentioned is a player that should have that high expectation on him. And Diego did not, or has not been that guy. And I'm hoping and thinking and believe he will return to be that guy. So therefore, yeah, I want to see him play, but I don't understand why he gets a pass and Darwin doesn't. Darwin wants
he
to
didn't miss an open goal.
He did. Okay.
No, he didn't. He missed a one-on-one against the Wales best goalkeeper, like 2 years in a row. Like,
okay.
He missed a one-on-one. Like, he missed a one-on-one. It was a bad shot. Okay, I'm not saying it wasn't a bad shot, but Nunes missed an open goal, a 0.89 xG. It's harder to miss than score. Like that, they're just the numbers. Like that game puts us 3-2 up, and the conversation we're having right now is a very cheerful one about the fact that we can go into the Manchester City game and we might be able to just take a draw. But now we haven't. Now we've got to go into the Man City game and we've got to win it. And guess what might happen?
I think
we might have to bring Nunes off the bench again. And guess what will probably happen, like it did against Manchester City before? He misses another sitter. He doesn't finish his dinner.
Okay, and
then we're relying on poor Mo Salah again and again and again.
Okay, I'm going to end my because it's just more than me on this panel. We have a whole bunch of other people sitting here.
It's probably because they agree with me.
I don't know. Yeah, we love the debates. I definitely know that. I just think that, look,
wow, there's some mental stats are coming into the chat, by the way.
Oh, I saw that. Yes,
17, some of them.
17 missed mode chances for Darwin last season is one of the things. I'll read them out. I'm not troubled to read them, but I also recognize that a lot of people don't give him the credit that's due for some of the opportunities that he does connect on. And
he just doesn't do it enough.
And something that Max was trying to bring out, something that I think is, and something that Lante and I have spoken on too, and that is, look, I will easily say that Darwin is a confidence striker in the sense of if he's in the zone, if he's got confidence behind him, he is a dynamic player. When he doesn't have the confidence, you can see the down tick of his game and everything else that he brings to the pitch. One thing that has not been the case for Darwin has been the ability to necessarily get a real solid run of games where he's going to be the chosen number 9. He got a little bit when Diego was hurt, but even then they were still doing the occasional playing Diaz as the number 9. All I get across is saying that Diego was off it somewhat today. Darwin was off it today too. He got 30 some odd minutes. Diego got 60 minutes, and neither one produced a goal for us. So if we go up against City, unfortunately for your circumstances or for your scenario, Darwin's not going anywhere. He'll be either on the bench or starting. If you want to root him on or not, or curse him that he's on the pitch. That's your opinion. Or
I'd rather play Ranel Jones, mate.
Okay, that is your
Or Ranel
that is
Young.
your
I'd
preference.
rather put
But the
Rio
fact
on there,
is,
honestly.
the fact is that Darwin is going to be someone that we're going to have to rely on for neither here nor there, or for better or for worse. He's going to be a player that we're going to have to possibly rely on. I choose
Ian Rush out of retirement.
Okay, I choose to be realistic and say that I'm hoping that he can
think about that as well, though. To think about that, where you said he's a confidence player, that's just not true. It's just not true, because we've seen him score goals, and you'd think he's going to kick on, and he doesn't. So that's not true. It's just not. Like, unfortunately,
okay.
Like we'd hope it was. Like, we hope that when he scored the winners against Brentford,
I think that
we thought he'd kick on, but he was absolutely dog shit in the games after that. So it's like, and he was shit against Accrington Stanley as well. Like, seriously, Accrington Stanley. Like, so that just doesn't ring true. It's like, I don't know. It's just, look, unfortunately, he's just not good enough for our club, and I can't trust him to even come off the bench.
You're right.
Because we bring him off the bench, and our levels go down. Like it looks disjointed. It looks like chaos. There's no connections, no cohesion. There's just a guy just running around, like, and he does more in defense, like, than attack, which is weird. And he did that today as well.
Right. Because I mean, like, he
won like a tackle in the box and a header. No, he didn't win any headers, but he won a tackle in the box. And I'm like,
the same Accrington Stanley game that he got the assist to Diego. That game he was terrible in, right?
Oh, did he get an assist?
Yes, he got the assist to Diego.
He didn't score though, did he? Against Accrington Stanley.
Diego scored our first goal. He had the assist,
but he didn't score.
He did not score. He did not score.
Second division team.
Okay.
No, he didn't score against Plymouth either, did he?
No. He didn't. He did not score against
Plymouth. Score against Plymouth either. Okay.
No, no one did.
No. Big player. Big player.
No one did against Plymouth. All right, panel. Everyone's going to mute. I know, sure, everyone's leaving. Just me and K-Mac to go back.
The conversation is mute, man. You understand. K-Mac has an angle, and so do you. So this is one of those polar opposites. You're the 0, he's the 100. There's really.
I don't think so on that one. I disagree. I don't think I'm the 100 on Darwin. I think I'm just saying. All I'm trying to say is I'll let you go, K-Mac. Just give me a second. What I'm trying to say, Pops, is that I personally think that it's a different. Darwin seems to be sometimes rated on a different scale than other people, and B, I happen to think that Darwin this year has not been exceptionally the number 9 that we want to see, but I don't think any number 9 for us has been exceptionally the number 9 that everyone has the expectations of wanting to see. We've seen a lot of our forwards have to do or perform other traits on the pitch that has certainly ended up affecting their opportunities and chances. A lot of our goal scoring opportunities have been on our wings. Simple as that. Today, I'm trying to note the fact that we've had, for one of the first times in a long time, from our game. Maybe this is something that Slot's doing differently tactically or not, but from our game today and our previous game is one of the first times we've had our forward, our number 9, get more than 5 shots. That is something to say. And in both of those scenarios, in both of those cases, the number 9 was Diego Jota, who had those opportunities. And in both of those scenarios, he did not get a goal. But yet, here we are talking about Darwin, who came in for 30 minutes and had 1 shot. And yet, he is the problem. It's issues and senses of saying he had the 1 opportunity. He missed a big chance. And I say that is reprehensible. It's horrible. He missed it. And I'm not trying to give him a pass on it. But what I am trying to emphasize is the fact that we overlook all that and we pinpoint focus on Darwin's chance today, as to say no one else had chances. We had plenty of chances today. Obviously, if our XG being so high, we had plenty of other chances. It just so happens that Trent stepped up and made an incredible goal for himself. And Salah had a really great goal off a terrible giveaway, a gift of a giveaway from Diego. Fantastic. So Salah, who's been bailing us out or been playing exceptionally well all year, or at least getting goals all year, got a goal today. Got a goal from Trent Alexander-Arnold. But the one thing we focus on is Darwin for 30 minutes in his one miss.
And an assist on it.
Who's that?
Salah, goal and an assist.
Mo, you played the ball to Trent.
Yeah, goal and assist.
Okay, so
Again.
goal and assist.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
out on his own now, like
Yeah.
ahead of Rooney now.
That's,
Pops, can I ask you a
that's why
question?
the assist. That's why the assist stats is nonsense, isn't it?
It is.
He
Yeah.
literally,
Can I
he
ask you a
literally,
question, Pops?
literally rolls it 4 yards to a man who takes a crack of a shot, and then you say, "Look, there you go, I got an assist."
I'm pretty sure that's what Nunes did as well, though, to be fair, for his assist. But
No, but I mean
It
that's
is what
modern
it is.
football. So an assist
It is
is an
what it
assist. It hits you and it goes to somebody
what
else.
it
You
is.
get the assist.
Can I ask
It's
you a
not.
question,
The
Pops?
assist that
Pops, can I ask you a
he got
question?
wasn't that. It wasn't.
Can I ask you a question,
The Arsenal assist was the one where he has it on the wing.
No,
He
that
makes-
was a good goal. That was a well-worked goal. It
Yeah.
was
That's the assist.
100%. That was a well-worked goal.
Go ahead. Go ask your question.
Pops,
Yo,
can
come
I
on,
ask you a question, mate?
Go on.
Okay, so we've got last 5 games of the season, yeah, and but for whatever reason, we have to play either Nunes or Chiesa up front for the last 5 games of the season. Who are you going to play?
Nunes is gonna play.
Off what? What are you backing that off?
Off the fact that he's played.
So you're backing that off the last
Because
season
Chiesa hasn't played.
and the season
No,
before
Chiesa
that?
hasn't played. It has nothing to do with the last season or the season before that. Chiesa hasn't played this season.
Okay,
So how is it logical in the 5
if he had
biggest
a
games
choice
of the
of-
season you're going to play him?
So what if you had a choice of Nunes or Diaz? Who are you playing?
Well, if you got Nunes or Diaz, the coach has played Lucho over Nunes as the false 9. That's the problem, though. Ultimately, that's the problem. You've moved your left winger to play in the 9 when you've got 9s.
Well, that's because you don't rate your 9.
No, you got 9s. He's done it, and Jota's been there too.
So you play Jota over all of them.
Jota
You play
Jota and
over all
Nunes
of them.
are pretty much in a similar boat, you know. It's just two different ends. Nunes has no credibility, basically, with most of the fan base. So there's no expectation of him to do anything, while Jota has all the credibility and they expect him to do a lot. So
He's got
they're
mad
kind of in the same
credibility.
place.
He's got
Yeah,
mad
but he's not
credibility
doing what he
with the
should be
fan
doing,
base,
though.
Nunes.
No,
Like,
no,
they're constantly
the
shouting his
fans
name.
in the stadium understand their responsibility. If you're in the stadium, you're going to tell me that when Nunes comes on, you're going to boo him. Or if Nunes starts, you're going to boo him. Is that what you would do?
No, I just don't want him in the team.
No, but that wasn't the question.
I wouldn't boo anyone.
You're in the stands, exactly.
I wouldn't
So
boo anyone.
the fans in the stadium are doing what they're supposed to do, which is support the team. So if he
I'm
happens to
supporting
be
the
in the
team.
starting 11, you have to support the team.
I'm supporting
From a
the team.
distance
I'm
here,
supporting the
it's
team
easy
when
to
he's
say the
playing.
things you say, but in the stadium, you're not going to do that. You're not going to, you might say nothing, but you're not going to do something negative towards Nunes in the stadium.
No.
So it's easy to do it here. It's easy to do it after the fact. You're going to knock a player after the fact because the reality is Nunes isn't good enough to wear the number 9. And that's always going to be the issue. He's wearing the number 9. If he was 99 or 97 or some other number, there may be a different view because he would be playing the position and not wearing the shirt. So to me, that's a huge issue as well.
So do you think
If
that's
he
a
was
heavy,
wearing
do you think that's a heavy
97,
burden?
it
Do you
is
think
a
that's
heavy burden. The number 9 at Liverpool means, and you can go through the names, and you'll start with Rushy and you'll continue. The names are humongous. So
you
the
think Jota
instant
should
you
have got
get
it?
that shirt and you no.
Even after the
The
season
9
that he
should be
had,
vacant. No. Jota is
Oh,
the
he should be
best 9,
vacant.
but he's not. It should be vacant, yeah.
it's a fair point. It's a fair
When
point.
when
I thought that
Navigator
as
got
well.
Steven Gerrard's number was a similar situation. You're saying this is a heavy one, son.
No,
It's
that,
a
that
big
should have been
number.
vacant. That should have been vacant.
You carry
for me as well.
certain numbers, there's weight to the number, and it's unfortunately your weight when you get it. You carry the weight of the number and the weight of the transfer fee.
I mean,
So yeah, it no.
I know what you're saying.
That's
I know what
not
you're saying.
Your fault, right?
No,
Harry
I'm
Maguire
gonna
was
say-
more,
I'm gonna
was
say
more
this, I'm gonna say
expensive than
this.
Virgil, and we laugh at that all the time.
When
We laugh
Salah
at the fact
leaves,
that he
when
was the
Salah
answer
leaves,
to
that
Virgil.
shirt number should be
What no-
retired as well.
What number does Rashford wear?
I don't know. To be honest, I don't care.
He wears number 9 at Villa. That's his point.
Oh, he's at 9 at
Is he
Villa.
wearing
Yeah, but
number
that's
9
Villa
at
though.
Villa?
No, that's Villa.
Oh no, that's Villa.
Name me. No,
Villa,
no.
they have-
Name,
they
name
haven't-
me
they
Villa's
haven't-
number 9. No, but name
He
me
went in,
name
he
me
got
name me a
number
number 9
9.
for Villa.
Ollie-
No. Name me a 9 and number 9. Robbie
Watkins.
Fowler, Ian Rush, a number
Ollie
9.
Watkins is their number 9 though.
No, a number 9, 12. Follow me. If you think
Mhm.
9 for Liverpool, you're not thinking Nunes. Who do you think? The number 9, not
Mhm.
the position or currently. When you say 9 Liverpool, what's the first thing that comes to your head?
But you just said I was just going off. I was just going
Fowler,
off the
Ian
fact that you
Rush,
said 9.
John Aldridge,
Right. So
Kenny Dalglish.
I don't know. Villa has a rich history, but I can't throw a number 9 off my head for Villa
Mm.
like that. So Rashford wearing it means absolutely nothing to me. Rashford could be wearing 12, 11. It wouldn't matter to me, to be honest.
You think Ollie
I'm
Watkins
just saying.
would wear the 9, wouldn't you?
When you
He
bring
wears-
it, when you
wears
bring
number-
the
wears
signing 12, when you hold your shirt up.
Number 11, I think. I think he's number 11.
That's a
think
weird
Ollie
number.
Watkins? Yeah, I think Watkins is 11. I
That's
can
a
see his
weird
number now
for your main
because
striker.
of the goal when he was free. You can see all of his back when he jumped up and headed the ball into the back of the net.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
But that's a problem though. When Verge leaves, you think the next number 4 is going to be Trent.
Yeah, but
66 is
Pops-
smart.
Yeah, but
Smart.
yeah, exactly. I was just going to say, what is a 66?
No, but that's a smart number though. It's a
Yeah, you
that's
know.
his own brand. That's smart.
Yeah.
No, that's
what's
smart.
a 66? You know, can I get
Robo's
yeah,
is
not
26,
many
isn't it?
66.
If I were a 9, and playing at Liverpool, I'd play
Number
99. I'd play in
on
99 or 27 or 72 or something. I don't want the 9. Let me make my way up to the 9. It does and it doesn't though, Laszlo.
No, I mean, it doesn't say anything about who you are or what you should do.
I agree.
You can throw any number on it. I mean, who was it?
I'm not saying that
Number
wearing
3?
27 makes Nunes better though. I'm not making sort of excuse for him because
But he was.
he's run the course though. He's run his
But he
course.
was better
This-
when he
this
wore
season-
27.
No, but this season was, to me, this was at the beginning of this season. I said this is his season to show whether or not he belongs. And this is his third year here. Unfortunately for him, it's a new coach in charge. Maybe that doesn't fit him, but he doesn't work for me. Every time I watch him play, I'm saying, all right, what are we doing for him? Oh yeah, he tracked back and he headed with one clear, and okay, that's good. He's taking his defensive responsibility seriously as he should. If you're on a set piece, you're tall as a number 9, you come back and you head them out of the near post. Well done, that's your job. Perfect. But at the other end, you're not going to get 6 chances. 12 just said it. There's not 6 chances coming for you. So if you only get 2, unfortunately for you, you need to be wanting 2. You need to be wanting to win it.
So
If you get 1, you got to take 1. You're
so do you
not going to
think
get
today.
7 or 8.
So do you think today Jota got 5 chances? Is that right, 12th man?
Yeah. Jota was abysmal.
Do you think
in front of
Nunes
the
gets
goal.
5 chances today if he's on the pitch?
Think that he
I think
would.
I don't think he does because I don't think he's
All
involved.
right, wait a minute.
In the play
No,
like Jota is.
no, wait. Jota gets one where Ibu plays him a diagonal where he's peeled off on the left. That's Nunes' starting position, if you're going to be honest. Now, what he does with it thereafter, you can argue, but he's getting that chance as well. Now, somebody might say, well, if he stays on side, if you want to be sarcastic, but he's done
But he
better
did do
this
that.
season with
No,
the
that did
offsides.
happen. There was
he
another
did go
diagonal that went
offside.
to him when he came on, but he
No,
was
he did,
offside.
and that's also his problem. The agendas are written for Nunes before he comes on. So the instant something happens, it's I told you so. So he misses the chance and he goes offside. He's written his own story before the game's finished. The story's already made. Those two incidents happened. The game isn't finished. The story's already written. Yeah, Nunez was rubbish again today. He was offside and he missed the chance. The story's written. It's already rubber stamped. It's rubber stamped for him.
Fair point.
So it doesn't matter if he scores a hat trick. There will be no conversation from the people who have written him off. So there's a section of the fan base he's written off to them. You said it. K-Matt. You said you'd rather get on the bus, and when you count the players there, 19, and you've left Nunez in the training room. That's what you basically said.
Yeah.
So you're one. He's done for you. So if he gets a goal against City on the weekend, you'll say, "Oh, anyone could have scored that," or "Oh, that was lucky."
Oh,
or
he scored the goal against Brentford,
whatever
mate,
it was.
and I was trying to work out other ways to discredit him for it. Like honestly, you're absolutely right.
He just ran into it.
It's a really good
He'll
point.
just run into a space and it happened to hit him on the head or it came off his shin. Look, see, he didn't even kick it properly. It came off his shin or it bobbled in or whatever. That's the story. So it's already written for him. So to be honest, having conversations about Nunez are effectively fruitless because most people are in one way or the other decided. So there really isn't a discourse. Because your view isn't changing. You've left him in the changing room. You said you don't even want him on the bus. You wish you had sold him. As far as you're concerned, he's done. Right? So there's nothing he can do to change that in 12 matches, plus the final of the cup, plus whatever we're going to do in Europe. So he's got, let's say, 17 games, whatever the maximum number of games we can play between now and the end of the season. And in those games, he's not changing your mind. 12. Now you've got a big win. Stan Cullen, well, that's one I remember. I saw you snuck into what you're earlier. You snuck into what you're earlier. That was a good one. I didn't remember.
No, you was a 10. No, he's a 10.
You wore 10, right?
He wore 10.
He wore number.
He was a 10.
He was a 10.
No, he wore 10.
He was a 10, right?
12. He was a 10.
He wore number 9 too. I'm looking at this.
Stan as the 9.
Well, Villa or United? Because United he wore, I think, is it 18 or 19? You sure about that? You sure? No.
Villa. Yeah, it was a specific to Villa.
No, he wore 10.
I was making the argument. I didn't know Villa number.
I need to
9
check. No, I'm sure he wore 10. I don't remember York wearing a number 9. Or it must have been his first season.
Some of the best Aston Villa players to wear the number 9 shirt include Dwight.
I think he switched. I think he might have switched.
Dwight York,
because he was a 10. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, he played the majority at Villa at 10. So that must have been one season.
But the level's still 12. The level's still. I got you. That's a good one. I give it Dwight and Stan though. That's a good one. Well done. You went and Googled for that one though. You didn't. I did
Google that one. I did Google that one.
Exactly.
I didn't think of that.
That was my point though. My point is you don't have to Google our 9s.
But John Duran did play wore number 9. I knew that too.
You're not going to mention John Duran though. You're not going to mention John Duran. You're not going to say John Duran.
Just saying that it's interesting because John Duran is a player that actually, you know what, was very much similar to the
Mr.
In that he was someone that was coming off the bench in a sense. He wasn't the starting number 9 set, but he was wearing the number 9 this year.
Mm-hmm. What's the actual point here? I'm losing. What's the so you know?
You checked out. You don't believe in the numbers, so you checked out. You don't believe in the numbers.
9s and 10s and shirt numbers and
that's not the numbers. Strip all the numbers off. Just give them a shirt and put it on. Shut up and go and play.
I did. I did have to Google one or two of those names.
No, I'm hearing it's like, oh, how can you call that guy number 9? Because he never wore the number 9 shirt. Is that what I'm actually fucking hearing here?
No, we were talking about the number 9. The number, I know it's tough. I know.
Good reply.
We triggered Laszlo, but it was the 9. He was just. They were talking about how the number 9 can be a heavy burden to wear that number.
What was Benteke's number? What was Benteke's number at Liverpool?
Was it 9?
Was it 9 as well? So you've got.
I think it was a 9. Benteke.
So you've got.
I'm sure Benteke was a 9. I think.
You've got Carroll, Benteke, and Nunez.
It's disgusting if he was
all really playing poorly as a 9. Obviously, Bobby was amazing. Bobby was amazing.
Let me see it. All right, to look that up.
Could be wrong.
Yeah,
I think he was a 9. I think
he
so.
was a 9.
Yeah, it's a heavy shirt. It's like the number 10 for Argentina, you know.
Yeah, 9, 10s. Yeah, all the football.
Yeah.
Interesting. I've got to shoot, guys. I tell you what, Pops, unbelievable
Take
stuff
care.
there, mate. Unbelievable stuff. You almost you didn't change my mind, sorry, but unbelievable stuff, Pops.
No,
Bless, mate.
there is nothing to change your mind. You're done,
No, I
King,
know,
man, so
I
it's
know, I
cool.
was
It's
joking
cool.
with you.
Take it easy, man.
Big up, man. Big
Take
up.
it. Big up.
Big
Big
up,
up.
big
Big
up.
up.
Well,
Big up.
love for the love, mate. See you later.
Love
bud.
for the love, for sure.
All
Definitely. Peace out.
Take care, man. Take it easy.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. There's a number. There's a way I can look up numbers. I don't know what number. What was his number? Does anyone know?
Who?
Just wondering. Benteke?
Who? I think wasn't he 9? I think he was 9.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He was a
he was
9. I'm
9.
sure he was.
Yeah, I think he was 9. That's the dark days of the 9. I
Well, he
used to
started the
wear
dark days well.
the number 9. No, I used to wear the number 9, right? So Robbie Fowler was my guy. So when he took the 9, I was happy. When he left, I had Pops 9. I never wore another number 9. And then Torres came and I said, nah, I can't do it. Then I watched Torres and I said, you know what? I'll give you it. I'll give you it. You're worthy. And I had a Torres number 9. And I remember I went to a Legends game. Liverpool played Chelsea Legends. And there was a Chelsea fella who I walked past and he said, he made a comment about my shirt. And I said, he said, Torres. Yeah, we took him from you. And I said, yeah, but you'd prefer this one than the one you got. And his friend next to him started to laugh. And I just went and sat down.
Wow. Let me see. I give you all at least the ones I've come to see.
You're gonna give us the bad 9s now, 12? Don't do that. Come on, don't do that. No. You see, this is the problem. We always go into the dark ages when we do this, the dark days. Don't go into the dark days, please.
Here it is. Here it is. Here's the long list of number 9s.
Oh no, man.
Not all. Some are definitely great ones. Bobby, Robbie,
El Hadj Diouf. Oh my.
Ricky Lambert wore the number 9.
Yeah, Lambert or Darwin.
Anelka, I wish wore the number 9 a little bit.
Anelka's a bad boy. I wish we had signed Anelka.
I wish
That's
yeah.
one I just
that
keep
was one
looking
of-
at and saying we should never have let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of Hoodie's biggest mistakes.
Biggest mistakes. That personal battle,
Probably
that
biggest.
gripe that they had, that was
He
crazy.
should let that go.
Dirty axe.
I
Or the hatchet or
actually
whatever.
I do, and we were talking about 2005. Cisse, I liked Cisse. Cisse
Jib?
was like
Jib
Not
was
for me.
okay, but Jib,
Cisse-
put it this
Cisse was-
way. He isn't in the bracket with El Hadj and Ricky Lambert for me then. And
No, he got
and
some
Nunes.
decent goals. Yeah.
yeah,
the
but
leg
he
break.
didn't quite
Oh,
get up to the
double.
levels either though.
Double leg break.
I've got
He got
Yeah.
he got the very
His was
rare
nasty.
double
I
leg
can
break.
still see that
Oof.
one. I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
see
it's
it.
yeah,
Horrible.
sticking
And you
out.
could hear it
Oh,
too. You could hear it too.
Yeah.
no,
His
he-
legs
fucking-
snapped.
Yeah.
Oh, my
lucky to be
days.
walking again, let alone playing football.
Lucky to be alive.
yeah.
They
Yeah,
actually
no, man.
He was
one
on.
of the paramedics had to pull it back in place and bag it before. 'Cause
Oh.
it actually had trapped,
Yeah.
it had trapped one of the
I had to take that.
arteries or something.
The doctors
That
get
left it
deep
in
now.
position.
I
He would have
know.
lost his
Doctor
leg.
getting a little too
Doctor from the big
Sorry.
operation table.
Sorry.
It's all right. You're the doctor, Pops. You got to let us know innit, about these procedures,
But
innit?
still,
Surgical procedures.
Still though,
Sorry.
Cisse
Yeah.
was a part of that 2000. It's part of the 2005 Champions League team. It's
Yeah.
part of,
He was in that
Scored
FA Cup
again.
too. He was in the Steven Gerrard FA Cup.
2006 FA Cup and also the
I think he
2005
scored.
European Super Cup too.
Yeah, he did score. I think.
Yeah, he did,
Yeah,
didn't it?
Earl of
Yeah,
Fodsham.
he scored a sliding volley on his knee,
Yeah.
deep back.
Yeah, scored in a
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but
I've got-
the most famous thing he did was when he moved to England. He realized that you can buy titles.
He was a lord. Yeah, Lord Jim.
and he became the Earl. No, he became the Earl of Fodsham. He was an Earl.
I loved it.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I went
Earl
hunting
of
as
I
a-
Fodsham.
like it. I like the
Went
style.
hunting in the
Yeah.
backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he dressed up in his hunting gear and his tweed and all that. He realized that when he went to England, you can buy titles, so he bought the title for Jibril Cisse, Earl of Fodsham.
Loved it, man.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, and he dressed up in
He was
all
a
the hunting
character, though.
gear
He
and
was
the
a character.
tweed, the
Yeah,
flat
Yeah.
cap.
yeah.
Oh, total character. Yeah, total
Yeah, that's
character.
yeah. He
But
was the one.
you know,
He's
to
the one that
me,
gave us the insight on what was said in the locker room from in the halftime interaction. He's the one that gave the insight. He gave like the
well,
quotes or let people in on some of the what was said by Stevie and everyone.
so there you go. I mean, so he should definitely no. To me, there's only let me see, 1, 2, 3 players in that list there. That to me is elite number 9s. That's
3.
Torres, Rush, and Fowler
Okay.
Yeah.
are elite, like the real kind of, if you're talking about kind of Hall of Fame type shit. Anelka
Alright.
could have got there if he played for us.
Okay.
Um,
I was going there first.
oh no, I loved Anelka at us, man. 6 months.
Anelka for me, he's one of my favorites still.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it was criminal.
The
It was
enigma, the
criminal that we
conundrum,
didn't
whatever you
sign him
want to
up.
call it. I just watch him and say the career that he should have had.
Yeah. Still had a good
It's
career,
not
but
there,
yeah.
but he should have had a career that we speak about. Everybody speaks about Anelka in a different light.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He's
still
one of
good.
them.
Yeah.
ones.
I've got a while take. A prime Anelka for me was better than a prime Henry.
As a striker, agreed.
not far off. Not far. I mean,
No, agreed.
yeah,
The problem
not
is
far off
the
my
numbers in
prime.
the
You're talking
career
prime,
say
right?
something different.
Yeah.
But if you're at
Yeah.
the beginning and you see it, you will not. I can understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, Anelka,
If you're at the
awesome.
beginning
Like,
and you see the two of them, I understand exactly what you're saying. Arsenal made a mistake
Yeah.
selling him. I mean, they got a lot of money, so I guess it was something they couldn't turn down at the point in time. And it ended up being him that was the problem because he was like the Pogba thing where you got your brothers involved and all they're looking to do is make money every year. So they basically want to transfer you every season so they can get money as agents. But if he had settled at either Arsenal or Liverpool,
oh, he was desperate to stay
I
at
think he
Liverpool.
could have been it. I think he could have been it.
Yeah.
I remember the first game he ever played for Liverpool. I remember watching it, and it was like we weren't great at the time. You know, we're okay, but we weren't great.
Yeah.
And this
He
guy
made us
came
levels.
on.
Oh,
I just remember thinking like, oh,
yeah,
right,
yes.
oh, okay. This is what a proper footballer is. It was just like you see our balls bouncing off our guys, you know, first touch all over shit. And this guy, oh, okay, this is the level. I'll never forget his debut for us. I'll never forget watching it. I was like, shit, man. Yeah, this is how good you can be. This is what we need.
Even at full circle at Bolton, when he came back to Bolton, you still
he's
saw
banging
pieces
in.
of it and you said
Still
to yourself,
balling.
look
He's
at
still
this
balling,
man.
isn't it? Yeah.
Why did you do this to yourself?
Bold.
Link up at Chelsea.
I mean, come on.
Mate, he's
23 million. He
If he
goes to
plays for
Arsenal
France
for one
for his
season.
entire career as well.
23 million to Madrid. 23 million to Madrid.
23 and a half mil. Yeah.
But that was about 20 years ago.
Walks into Madrid and tells Raul, "You're nothing. I'm better than you." I said, "Oh, guy, you're not gonna last too long, buddy." And that was exactly it. That was the problem right there. He backed himself too much.
Yeah. Too much. Yeah.
Pure class, though. Pure class.
Yeah, as a player,
Boy.
disgusting. Yeah.
Oh.
I watched him, man, and I think I'll prefer him over Henri. I know Henri's the GOAT and everyone, but I think his prime's better for me. And I see Anelka, the things they're doing, and asking people don't believe me. Ask Thierry, ask him about his Anelka. He will tell you himself. Anelka was.
But you go left and nine though. Henri's on the left and Anelka's through the middle. You're killing it.
Perfect.
Killing it,
yeah.
Killing
But
it.
ask the people link up. Even Drogba, when he went to Chelsea, he was playing on the left, mate. He's still killing it. Ask Drogba about the link up play. He was still doing bits, even when he was on his funny stuff at Chelsea and Bolton, man. Yeah, man. He's Anelka's cold, man. I put him up. In my opinion, I'll put him over Henri. That's the unwanted, man. He's
There's not many
Can't
people that
because
have
of what he
played for
ultimately did, though.
Arsenal. Yeah,
I know,
Arsenal,
but I'm talking about the
Liverpool,
player, the
Man
football
City,
player.
and Chelsea.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, not many
Arsenal,
people have played
Chelsea,
for
Real Madrid,
Manchester
and
City,
Liverpool.
Arsenal, Chelsea. Yeah, the
City.
guys played for
Oh,
literally
my
every
days.
big club on the planet, man. He even found time to go to Turkey. He's done some of that classic going to Turkey and playing for some of those guys. He's done a whole lot, man. The guy's been everywhere. He played for Juve. It's just, crazy, crazy career.
I will say this though: there
Um,
are 12 names. There are 12 names on this list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And you're saying that only 1/3 of them were worthy.
3 for me, I think, are elite
Not
number
even.
9s. I think, Rush,
Not even 3.
Robbie
That would be.
Fowler, and Torres
That would
are
be.
elite number 9s.
That'd be
And
one
then-
I'll
quarter.
take
then.
6 and leave 6. No, I'll take 6 and leave 6, and then I'll rank the 6 that I take.
Yeah, I think Rush,
on top of
Fowler,
the
and
6.
Torres are elite number 9s, and Bobby is not really a number 9, but like a
No,
great
I
player.
wouldn't include him in that. Yeah. It's a
But
number that I
he
wouldn't
wore the
include him.
shirt, so we know what he means.
Oh,
Yeah, I know it's the
But
whole
he
wore
wow.
the shirt.
ain't a 9 in that.
I'll
model,
move him
though,
away
yeah,
from
that's
that.
I mean, he
Yeah.
asked for that shirt, so it's not like he didn't. He asked for it.
No, I know what you mean. So,
But he
but
made it something
me,
different.
I'm just saying, but
He
if
made
you
his-
think
I
it's
just,
made it-
I just take him
right.
out of the
He made
equation
it
because
his
it's all
own.
strikers.
No.
I know,
Yeah.
I know, but he's not a striker for me, so I can't include him. Of course, he's a baller.
I count Bobby next.
Wow.
Bobby can't go next to Rushy and Fowler as a 9. We go here's a 9, here's a 9. No, it's a different 9 though. They'll tell you that he's great though. Both Rushy and Robbie will tell you that Bobby's great. Understand that.
Exactly, yeah.
They'll tell you that he's
Coach.
great. They will tell you that. They'll tell you he's great.
Oh, God. I know, but yeah, he's just.
Ricky Lambert and Aspas, El
Bobby's my
Hadjiouf,
boy.
Benteke, Nunes
Bobby
and
Blue Eyes is
Carroll.
my boy.
You can put them all in the same barrel together and roll them down the hill for me, to be honest. Sorry.
All right. So wait, what was your list again? What was your list? Who's your
Darwin,
six?
number 1.
There's 6. I told
No,
you there's
number
6
one,
and 6.
Fox.
So I'll take 6. So I'll take Cisse
Darwin.
and Torres, along with Rashi, Anelka, Robbie, and Bobby. So those 6 I'll put one side. The other 6 they can just all go together. Whatever. They'll just
Wherever you
drop
want.
them off.
So then, where are you dropping your? what's
And
your
I'll
list?
rank the 6. So Jib will be last on the list of 6. Rashi's first, Robbie second, Anelka over Torres over Bobby. Jeez, I'll cheat and I'll put them as joint.
No,
thirds.
no cheating, no cheating, no cheating. You would say the same thing if I tried that. So
now Bobby has to go ahead of them because he's a winner, man. Just because he's a winner. And okay, I'll go Jib, I'll go Anelka, I'll go Torres, I'll go Bobby, I'll go Robbie, and then I'll go Rushy. So Rushy's number 1, Robbie's number 2, Bobby's number 3. Go Torres just for Anelka and then Cisse. And Cisse actually feels like a distant 6 now, but I want to respect Cisse out of the group that I'm leaving behind because there's nobody in the group that I would have. None of those other players I wanted. None of those others. I didn't want El Hadjiouf. I didn't want Aspas. I didn't want Carroll. Didn't want Benteke. Benteke to me was a good player that we could have just left where he was. Much like Stuart Downing. Just leave him where he was. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, not good enough for us. Leave him where he was. Ricky Lambert, Liverpool fan. Love you. Respect for that. Leave him where he was.
Okay. No love for Andy. Got you.
Andy Carroll. I knew. I understood. No, I understood.
I understood where
what
he
it
was
was
going
supposed to do.
Yeah,
I understood what King Kenny was trying to do, but he's crying in the helicopter. He's crying in the helicopter. He doesn't want to be with us. Don't buy him. The little and large combination.
Maybe he knew. Maybe he knew
but
that
no.
he was never going to be the level that was required to be a number 9.
I think Kenny was stuck back in the old times.
He didn't want to be with us, 12. He wanted to be a Geordie. He didn't want to be with us. You've got the girl that you want, and someone says, no, you have to leave and go and get another one. You don't want the other one.
Right.
They're forcing you to leave her behind. And that's how he felt. He signed under
Exactly.
duress. It wasn't him saying, "Oh, great, Liverpool want me. Yeah, all right, guys, thanks for having me. I'm gone." He's crying, coming to us. That should never happen. We're the destination. We're the girl of choice. If you're not trying to come to us, then no, you should. No, I'm serious. You shouldn't be coming. He was never going to be good after that. He was never going to be good. He scored some good goals,
I
but he
don't
was
know.
never going to be good.
Was this true too? Is this the one?
Could be, you know. Could be. Because there was one for sure.
Was Naby Keita one of his children? So is he?
No,
it won't Naby. No, don't disrespect my guy Naby. Don't disrespect him.
Matt's coming for you, 12.
I know.
Matt's coming for you, you know,
Yeah.
right?
I'm not from
Matt
Naby,
is
man.
coming.
I know.
Don't do that to Naby, man.
Don't say Naby, lad.
I
Yeah.
got Naby. I got love Naby. Oh my goodness. All right.
Naby Gaskins.
Yeah. Well, we've lost some of our panel because I know it's getting late. It's like early in the morning hours for those in the UK. I know some people in the UK are still up with us. Big up to those that are. But I'm just gonna bring it to a close here. So before we get we get closer to that 3 hour, 30-minute mark. Is there anything you guys want to speak on or say before we bounce out, I guess, and end this? It was a good conversation. I like the fact that we were able to talk about different players today without it getting, volatile or people calling each other names or something or anything crazy, in the chat or even on the panel, so that's good. That's good.
Low tolerance.
Yeah, we could do that. We could definitely end up doing that because we're all adults here. So
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Low tolerance.
Yeah.
But you and
That's
play back to your own devices.
That's debatable, I know. But is there anything you'd like to say? Do you have any shows coming up, Doc? Pops.
Where are we? Wednesday. I think tomorrow.
Tomorrow, do a review.
I think
probably.
tomorrow we'll do the review. Yeah, I think Barnes is too steamy for the review tonight. He said so.
Keep everyone cool and measured. I know it's going to be a pretty.
Tomorrow.
I know it's probably going. I see sometimes. It can get pretty volatile on a lot of the different streams. People can get very animated, I should say, about some of the performances of these players. But
so tomorrow and then Friday we'll do the preview, and then Sunday we are watch along. We've moved over to Big Up actually. Excuse me. Yeah, sorry, we moved over to Big Up. So
okay. All right, you're on Big Up now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll follow you on Big Up.
You can have a peek, anybody in the chat.
Tell the people what's the name on Big Up?
Same thing, Beijing Reds TV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So nice and easy. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, that's it. We were gonna do the call-in on Friday, but since we're gonna do the preview, we'll push the call-in back to next week. So
what is on Big Up? Are you allowed to do other things on Big Up that you're not allowed to do on YouTube?
So it actually allows you to run footage. So you can show, like how you would kind of show in the handball incident and the goal and stuff, like just using your mouse, you can actually run it back. So you can replay it, show a clip and say, here's what happened literally during game time. So they allow you to do that. And then you can do shows on your own. I mean, I know you like tactical shows, so you can do tactical shows and do breakdowns using clips and footage of actual games rather than sort of dots and, this moves here and there. You can actually show. Yeah.
I'll have to check that out. I'll have to definitely check that out. Cool. All right. Well, then Sunday I'll definitely give you a shot and a holler on Big Up for sure. Definitely.
Nice.
JK, anything you want to say to the people before we let them do their thing on this unfortunate day, for unfortunate circumstances of our day? But we move on.
Unfortunate for some. Okay for some, bro. It depends on how you look at it, I think K-Mac goes a bit OTT with it. For the club, think about it. We can't sell Darwin tomorrow. You know, so what's the point of moaning
Hey,
about the
think
guy?
about it. Darwin's not going anywhere. How about that? You might not
Apparently,
want to see.
he's staying in the dressing room. Apparently,
Yeah, apparently, like
uh,
he's going to be end up being held out by K-Mac. K-Mac's not going to let him into the. He's going to play security guard and not let him into the building.
Yeah, Darwin better keep away from Anfield.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway, bless to the chat and bless up, Pops. Great seeing you on the show. Road and Nalante as well.
yeah, man.
Ryan Lee.
Big up, JK.
Mm-hmm. Nalante, any thoughts or comments you want to bring out before we allow for people to do their thing?
No, not much, man. You know, free Darwin Nunes.
You gotta say it 3
Darwin
times,
K-Mac.
Nalante. You gotta say it 3 times. Do this.
There you go. There you go.
Free came back. I predicted the 5-star goal.
It's like the
Just want
candy.
everyone to have the mouths open. Imagine that. I'll tell you, the stream was shut down if he scored 5 goals on Sunday. But anyway, we are. But yeah, no. Big up Pops, man. Dr. Pops in the building. Go check out, Beijing Reds. Go to subscribe, man. Good band on there with that other Colombian, Pops, that dirty little Colombian, that little drug smuggler, little Eso, the little Papi, little Papagino, him, we're talking about, Pops, that guy, that Colombian smuggler. But anyway, big up, Pops. So it's always good to hear your voice and your views, It's good to know.
Respect,
Yeah,
man.
big up the chat, man. Big up the chat, big up the boys. And yeah, man, I mean, boy, we move and yeah, disappointed, vexed, but I guess we're 5 points clear. Bigger fish to fry.
8
8.
Oh,
points.
8. Sorry. 8.
Yeah,
Not
eight,
a
eight.
mercy. Someone's already at that case.
Don't,
Yeah.
don't give them anything. They have to earn it. It's 8. It's 8.
Yeah,
sorry.
Points on the board. It's points on the board.
Yeah.
You can't be. I mean, we got Gunner Pops. You can't call you Gunner Nalante.
Oh, sorry, my apology. Oh,
No,
my
I
God.
know.
That's like taking one of my kids away. Oh,
That's not. I know. Yeah, come on, speak for that one. I got you. That is not a narrative we want started at all. It's all fun and games here. It's love. It's all love.
And I'll do the same with as Pops.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Okay, without having that slander. That's like insulting one of my kids.
Well, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Well,
I think. Yeah. Who knows? West Ham. I'm not seeing a West Ham win, but I see a West Ham possible draw. So who knows?
Yeah, who knows, man. Kudos. I'll go on in, brother. I'll be making phone calls tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. It is what it is, people. We move. You know what I'm saying? Realistically, we're 8 points ahead in this race. It's not going to be an easy one to get to the finish line, but as long as we get to the finish line, it's all that matters. Please do continue to support these channels and content creators, Beijing Reds TV. If you haven't subscribed, I saw some new names or some new names in the chat. If you haven't subscribed to our channel or Beijing Reds TV channel, you should definitely give them a shout as well. Even on Big Up as well, definitely. It's something that we'll have to look. I'm excited to see how and what they do on that channel. Also, big up to K-Mac channel as well. That's another content creator that you would certainly need to subscribe to if you're not subscribed as well. And other than that, I think that's all that I saw in the chat, at least, that are content creators. But other than that, we continue to ask that you subscribe or you support more so than ever. You support all of us that are out here trying to do the good Reds work, which is, at least giving you an outlet, giving you a place to go, a safe place to go sometimes, at least to kind of vent, to kind of be able to hold an opinion, not necessarily go too over the board with your opinions where we go, and start getting volatile towards each other, because in the end, we're all Reds here and that's what matters. And we hope that that means something to not only you, but it certainly means something to us. So big up to everyone. We will see you on the flip side of this one. We'll do a review tomorrow. And other than that, up the Reds, people, up the Reds. We'll see you guys on the next. Take care, guys.
Reds.